1, we're live. With 0 viewers.
We have 6 waiting.
Do we have 6 waiting?
Yeah.
Man.
I can only guess who they are.
Okay, guessing game. Quick, go. I'm going to go Keeper.
Yep.
Patrick.
Charles.
I'm guessing.
Oh. Sean Runcie. What the fuck?
He's fucking right there in the store. Fucking Runcie, you idiot. Oh, and Zach. Yep, and Zach. Go figure.
Hey, it's the people.
Irish. Killian's Irish is what I'm going with tonight.
What? Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, fucking cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Now what color are both your underwear?
Gray with black stripe.
Oh, sweet Jesus. This is weird. I can't handle this.
Oh, that's great. That's fucking great.
You guys have a fucking unknown psychic connection.
That is hilarious. The beerception. They're becoming one.
That's not
man.
good.
No, that's not. That would.
Oh man.
With my ignorance and your knowledge, that we could become a normal X-Wing player.
When our powers combined, we are Patrick. Is he watching? Did we just lose a viewer? Did I do it?
I don't know.
No, we gained one.
Well, I put it out on Facebook that we were going live at 9 o'clock to my few friends and relatives, and we'll see what we can do to
Dude,
embarrass
don't do
me.
relatives,
Mistake.
especially in-laws. Not a good idea.
Put it up on the thumbtack board at the old folks' home.
Oh,
Hey.
I'm so glad my camera's turned off.
You put the flyer up at the old folks. We did say we're big with the older ladies, so
That's why I'm here.
So viewers, as you can tell, we are missing someone. Apparently, Ryan Matthews.
Wow.
Oh,
The
wow.
Ryan Matthews.
Excellent.
The Ryan Matthews.
Squadron Radio.
The Ryan Matthews, the Minot Great Squadron podcast. Apparently he had to pick up someone that was more famous than he was, so he's going to be joining it later. But
Where's your Seagrams coach? Let's get back on the horse.
Jesus, this
I got
stuff is
my
candy.
little shot here.
Candy.
I got the
And
shot.
no one can match his consumption. You can see he's got Seagrams to spare.
So, okay, sorry Montana for not getting my part recorded for that because it really needs to happen. But we'll get a polished off version of it.
I knew it's not happening for like 6 months if it's ever going to happen. So.
Oh, come on, give me like a week. Give me a week.
Okay, first you have to do Vanilla Ice for catch because you still have not done that.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
brr.
Vanilla Ice.
Brr.
I'm still working on the words for my next one. Shit.
Let it go. Is it Let It Go? It's got to be Let It Go.
Oh, I do got to do Let It Go as well.
You have to do
No,
Let It Go.
it's the Circle of Life, the intro for
I
Lion
think that's
King.
better.
Yep.
But it's gonna
That's
be
better.
variants of dice.
Yeah.
Oh, also, for you guys who want to record songs, did you know you can drag the song into Audacity and just hit record and it'll line it all up for you?
Well, but then you have to have the song with the words. See, the way I did it with mine, which I'm sure was probably wrong, I had my 2 computers set up, and I had my headphones on my main computer playing the version of the song with the words, and then I just recorded it on my laptop that I do the streaming on Audacity,
Oh.
and then I got a karaoke version that didn't have the words on it, laid that on top, and then lined it up.
Okay. When I recorded, I just sang to the karaoke version. I didn't listen to the lyrics at all. I think that would have messed me up.
I did do like 4 takes and then splice in the best parts.
Yeah, I did 3 takes. Did the same thing. Oh, and I still don't like
boobs.
it. But...
Boobs. Wait for the boobs.
What?
Come on.
Come on.
There's a pole there.
Come on. Come on.
Do I need to get my wife over here?
Come on. No, your wife gets us in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, not us.
My wife refuses to come on.
On the podcast the last time.
I'm in my PJs.
So? Okay.
Tell her sweatpants are sexy.
They are sweatpants. And they are sexy.
Always, come on.
All right, I'll move.
Oh.
Oh. Boo. It's terrible. Hey, wait, the video camera's still on. Oh, wait. Yeah.
I didn't ambush you enough.
Damn it. Kyle. You gotta give the wink or like the nudge, wink, wink. Know what I mean?
Say no more.
What the heck? Get this thing out of here.
All right. Anyone got any updates from Farmer yet? No.
No,
Well, he's probably driving. So.
He's a man of his word, and I'm pretty sure he'll be here in 5 minutes.
Yeah, he just doesn't know what he's saying always. That's all.
All right, I'm gonna take this shot because fuck it.
Don't you worry. Advanced Sensors allows you to barrel roll onto obstacles.
Oh, God. I
Just
hope he
let
says something dumb so I can just lose my mind. That would just make my day.
Oh, so good.
See, before when D was on, it was just Kyle, John, and Chicago and I, and it was just we were new. Now we're waiting.
But before you were like the little Ewok attached to the mom's back. Now you're the Ewok that's out there, like waiting for them to go after the meat so you can capture them. Because those little furry buggers are, man, they're carnivorous. Like nobody realizes that if freaking Goldenrod wasn't there, they would have eaten the main characters, just straight viciously, just shoot them up. It would have been awful. Then what would have happened?
Now we're just giving our listeners a little bit of a lot of extra fluff today.
Well, this is the green room, so we usually do a little 15 minutes of banter here and there.
Well, we can give them a half hour before instead of 4 hours after.
That's fuck, Jesus.
Hey, they gotta listen to Chris Allen last time.
No, nobody. Everyone looked at the YouTube video and saw 4.5 fucking hours, and they're like, "Oh, nope."
Staniszewski wants to know what we drink, and I'm rocking some of my Cryodex money right there.
No,
it's
you're
been
not.
a good month.
No, you're not. Come on, twinsies.
Yeah, that too. And I can double it.
We're even wearing the same lucky underwear right now. Kyle's drinking Miller Lite because we use his Patreon money to up him from Miller High Life Light, which is not a fucking beer.
God, get Keystone.
If we have Patreon money, I want to be reimbursed for the podcast hosting fees.
Oh, he got real.
I guess Coach buys me ships at Gen Con.
I do buy you ship at Gen Con.
Yeah.
And I actually got them to you pretty close on time this time, right?
Yeah, last time they didn't even come before everybody else had them. Like, what was the point of that?
It was pretty bad.
No, that sounds like my local store owner.
But no, this time I did get to go and show it off.
I made sure to get those shit right in there. So, That's better.
I got
I
it this
saved you.
time.
I saved you all from that. It was pretty bad. Are we still doing the Vargaro commercial?
I don't know.
Whatever we want.
I
put
think we
in
should just throw the
Chris's
OCX,
song
get another
last time,
beer.
like you all said.
OCX.
Yeah,
Bump
just do
song.
the OCX, get another beer.
Bumpin' song.
That's a
Bumpin'
solid
dong. Bumpin' dong. Song. Bump, 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 bump. Okay. So, sorry, Farmer. We're just gonna do this. Or do we wait? Shit. Somebody message him, see how far he's out. When will you grace us with your presence?
That looks like a Sam Adams, Mark. I
Yes,
know that
it
because
is.
that's what I've been drinking for like the past month.
Yeah, me
the
too.
20 pounds of pumpkin. Mm. Good.
It's such swill.
It's a hell of a lot better than High Life Light.
So fucking bad. Catch! Catch, 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 catch! Catch, catch, catch! Catch, 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 catch! Catch, catch, catch! There. That fucking Soonterfell song with the A-Team. For one, Chris Allen's never even seen an episode of the A-Team, which really pisses me off.
He's so young.
Two, he's not even seen the remake of the movie, apparently.
There you go, Coach.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, what?
Hi.
Womp, womp, womp. Let's present you to everyone.
Please do
Just
not.
kidding. Just
Okay.
kidding. Just when you talk. Okay, now introduce yourself to the world.
The whole
Hi.
world.
I'm Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Mrs. Sloot. I've been meaning to. We're gonna do a couples night, and we're gonna go to Lamar's, Archie's, get drunk, eat a lot of steak.
That'll be nice. I like Archie's.
Girls with ya.
We need to do like a whole wife episode. Get my wife, you on here. I assume Kroll has somebody locked in his dungeon.
That's she's not allowed to speak. Ever. No,
She was on once. Very
My wife
briefly.
was on once?
Yeah, like right away at the beginning. She wasn't actually in the show, but
No, that was like the test video for me to see if how Google Hangouts works.
no, it was like
And I was like in my living room, I'm like, hey honey, look at John Montana. And she's like, ah, like left.
Will Farmer's gonna come on.
Oh, he is
get
coming.
ready to
Turning on my computer and grabbing a beer.
Grab another beer.
After his 3-minute poop.
Yeah, I was
nice
just going
of him
to
to
say, who
specify
takes
that.
3 minutes to poop? Nobody does that. If your legs don't go numb, it's not a good poop.
Kyle's always in there for like 20 minutes.
See, it's the only alone time we get. It's like our man cave when we don't have a man cave.
That's so true.
Oh man. So Erica,
Yeah?
what do you think of Silencer?
What do I think of Silencer?
You can totally barrel roll onto obstacles.
No,
Don't make her say lies, Kyle. Don't make her say lies. Ryan,
Kyle's trying to
Leopard,
feed
you
me
don't take
something.
anything fast. You don't take nothing. You do is quick.
Well, I'll let Kyle get back on.
Yeah, you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's not like he doesn't really add much to the show anyway.
Here he is.
There.
So now do we have to be on our best behavior because she's probably going to go on YouTube and watch this upstairs?
No.
The internet says
She pretty much listens to the whole thing anyway.
the internet
Really?
says that you're punching above your weight class.
Yeah. I seen that.
We pretty much all are.
Yeah.
That's true.
A nerdy guy that plays plastic figurines at the age of 35. Yep.
So wait, is Docking Bay 94? Is that Nick?
That's Doc.
Doc. Okay.
Is that?
Or is it Grumpy?
It was somebody who was on last episode and got yelled at, evidently.
Yeah,
Hey, really?
I thought that was his picture.
Oh, no, it's... Oh, yeah, it's Nick Bond. 003.
Oh, it's the Brit. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's from Yorkshire. Thank you very much.
He said that evidently he got pretty loud and his wife or significant other or whatever was nay happy. It's like, yep, that 003 and a half.
Well, yeah, so it's really late there again.
Fucking
Oh,
Ryan,
evidently
you
doesn't
don't
like
need
being
show
called the
notes.
Brit.
Yeah.
You said he's from Yorkshire? Where is Yorkshire? Do I have to
Well, he
Google
said he
this
had a
thing?
Yorkshire accent, so I'm assuming it's in the countryside. There's London and the countryside.
Maps.google. Let's
The Brit. Screw you, Chico.
Yorkshire. Where is this place? Oh, evidently in Maryland? No.
Yeah.
No.
They have a pretty thick accent in Maryland.
I gotta zoom out to
that's also
future
true.
America. Come on. Oh, now it's pointing at Ohio. Come on.
I'm pretty sure
Not
it's
from
ex-America.
Huh?
It's ex-America.
Ex-America? No, it's either America or future America. It's all just time.
Ryan's in such a big hurry, he spilled his beer all over himself. Oh, God.
So are we just going to yub-nub as soon as he gets on here?
Yes.
Sure.
John, queue up your, if you have any list submissions when he gets on.
That sounds good.
Because I'm terrible at that, we found out.
Yeah, you are. I considered like recording it and putting it into the episode.
You
That's
should.
why we
'cause
didn't get any list submissions.
That's not my fucking job. My job is clearly spelled out in my contract.
Contract, eh?
Yeah, the one I drew up the other day. I wrote it in crayon. I figured it would be on a bar napkin. Why would there be crayons in a bar?
Why does somebody sound like they're buzzing? Am I the only one hearing that?
I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. It's probably Kroll, because he's probably too far away.
Why would it be me?
Because you're far away from your computer.
I am 5 feet away from my computer.
Well, I don't
That
know
happens sometimes, though, Coach.
You guys are lying and making me. You guys are trying to make me out to be Mark. It's not cool.
Oh, there's all these people saying they submitted lists. We're liars.
That are liars.
Did they submit them to
No,
feedback
they're
at
saying-
backtosilence.com?
You're liars. But yeah.
I told you guys to send porn to feedback, not actual list submissions. Well, hey, since Minox are doing it, we might as well send it to Minox fucking email now.
Hey, I check the email every day, like with all my other emails. I see your emails minutes after you send them.
So they are liars.
He's an email stalker.
Although we have had quite a few emails we haven't answered, right?
Yes, we do. Just because I read them doesn't mean I answer them. All right, guys, if you have any suggestions, please email ocxradio@gmail.com. If you have any list submissions that we can make fun of on the air, that is also ocxradio@gmail.com. Thank you all for listening.
Yup, nub, everybody! That was a pretty good episode, guys.
Yeah, solid.
And I didn't get too drunk. It was not bad.
I'm really glad I was here for it.
Who's that?
Well, Ryan, you weren't here for that?
What?
You weren't here for the...
No,
I swore you were here for the episode.
Holy shit, is that Andrew Bunn?
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's what it is. We got Andrew Bunn on. That's right. We're starting a whole new episode with Andrew Bunn because that's what everyone else has been talking about this week. So
It's fine. I'll just go back to wiping beer off my pants.
Okay.
What up, Farmer?
What kind of beer was it? Is it worthy of dumping
Oh,
out?
dude, it was a Yingling, and I still got half of it. It's good. And I don't get Yingling out here. It's like a special.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how the hell did you guys get Yingling out there?
A friend of ours sent it to us, my roommate and I. It's like my favorite cheap beer, and it reminds me of home.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You realize it took us like at least 20 minutes to figure out that we're gonna punk you on that. So
yeah, it was really, really good. It was really awesome. I was actually like, if they really did do the whole episode, I guess that's fine.
Oh, so
jeez, you can't play that fucking pity party on us.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. This is my Cancun.
There we go. Welcome to the fucking X-Wing Podcast Cancun.
Well, if it's Cancun, then we have to be in Spanish.
No,
no
me gusta.
Buenos dias, X-Wing. Hoy es una prueba. Bienvenido a OCX Radio. Es hora de pasarlo del pilota Delta al Forbeze. Bienvenido a podcast de Radio OCX. I don't at all.
You're just reading that. I can't believe you.
Shit, that was fucking amazing. Oh. Wow.
I know very little, like just enough to realize that the people in line behind me at the movie theater are pissed off. So,
all right, now we can finally. Okay, I'm starting Audacity. Farmer, I'm assuming you have some sort of recording device on your computer.
Oh shit!
Do you want me to? Do you want me to record this?
Oh yes,
Yes, please.
I almost
We
did.
are fucking professional here.
Do you want me to record just my audio? Or
Correct.
Yes, just your audio.
Just your audio.
and then send it.
Just
Okay,
your
give me
audio.
1 second. Let me just launch Pro Tools then.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck. Pro Tools. Jesus Christ.
All right, guys, I'm going to bounce.
You
No.
beanie baby.
Beanie baby.
That's all I got.
And just for that, I'm just gonna keep snapping and snapping and snapping.
Yeah, you did that the first episode. That was awful. I mean, any idea how hard it was to find where your actual snap was?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Did you actually snap?
No, man. That's funny.
I've been
Did we-
wanting. I'm gonna be honest with
Did
you
we
guys.
snap? I froze.
No, we didn't snap yet, Mark.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Just relax, old man. We didn't go yet.
It's gonna take me just like one more. I didn't know you guys wanted me to have this open. So.
Oh, really? Jeez, Pro Tools.
Where's your camera, Farmer? You don't have
Oh, I don't have a webcam on my PC.
Oh.
Boo.
I don't get to look at that beautiful face?
You don't. Sorry.
We don't have that many listeners, but I think we could use some of what Patreon money we don't have to get you on.
I don't never do videos, so like.
Oh.
I don't think that's part of the alcohol Patreon money that we don't get. I don't think we have any room in that budget.
Hey man, I had a strict no Patreon policy for the longest time until I realized that I don't have time or money to keep doing this without money.
I had a strict no Patreon policy until I realized Gold Squadron was making $500 an episode.
What?
It's more than that.
There's no
Well,
fucking...
yeah, it's probably more now, but back when I checked.
Like, at least we can still hold on to that bastion. Like, nobody's going to pay money to listen to this shit.
I listen to you guys every week, so.
Of course you do, because I'm on it.
Oh, you're the coach. You're my love. You're my X-wing love.
See this shit?
Here's my spirit
Yeah,
animal.
baby. Pouring it out just for you.
Let me go get my tokens, and I'll bring them back and show those.
No, you cannot turn your video on, Mark. You go to fucking Roboto Town. Do that.
I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make some lyrics for Roboto.
Mr. Roboto?
Yes.
Or are you cutting out on us?
So, Farmer, if I go the entire episode without yelling at you about a rule, can I get some of them target locks?
I was actually about to say, if you went the entire episode without yelling at me about a rule, then clearly you've done your job poorly. You made a serious judgment call, and I'll send you some if I can find. Like, D controls all the acrylics, so I'll have to go through the gatekeeper, but I'm sure he'll be fine with it.
See,
who controls all the acrylic?
We had the conversation of, do I want to give up my beers at Worlds for Life from you for that Lando Calrissian card I gave you, or do I get target locks? And I'm gonna stick with the beers for life. So.
Oh, dude, I'll buy you so many beers at Worlds. It's fine. Like, I'll buy you.
I know you will.
I will. I'm committed to this. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get you so drunk, and then I'm gonna leave you somewhere, and you'll have no idea where you are. It's gonna be great.
This took a dark turn.
It's okay. We'll give you like a bunny onesie or something, and then it'll be like The Hangover, except with Coach.
So like an average Thursday night.
You won't have to go very far to dump them off. You just leave them outside of that hotel after midnight. Shit gets weird.
Are we seriously staying at that shithole hotel again?
Fuck yeah.
Where is this hotel? Where is it?
Right.
It's literally right. It's north of the Radisson. It's right across the street. It's the Key Inn.
Right across from the Burger King.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have so much fun at Worlds. I can't even. I'm so excited.
Like that place looked awful.
Oh yeah, it was.
We thought we had fun playing Luke and Chewie in that little waiting room out in the front of that Radisson. We're gonna have a blast this year, Farmer.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Ooh, that World's party is gonna be fun.
Coach is gonna make it 30 minutes, and he's gonna be laying on the floor in his underwear.
I'm good. I'm ready, guys. I got.
Yeah, there's no way I'm not going to Worlds this year.
It's gonna be great.
Okay, let's do Ryan. We do 3, 2, 1, and then snap.
Yep.
In our we do the little finger snap.
Yep.
Hold on.
No,
that was a good one too. Dude, what the fuck is up with this Irish Red Killians? This is like, it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna sound like fucking. I'm gonna Ricky the shit out of this.
Hey, before we end up with another podcast without your, you should check your waveforms.
My audio. No, I got the waves. I got the blue things.
All right, good.
Bounce. Okay, it's going.
I got my bounce.
Let's work on getting the snaps done. That way we can get to bed on time.
3, 2, 1. Yay!
Wow, somebody
That'll work.
We're so in sync.
No, I froze.
Good luck with that one, Montana.
24.47.
You know,
I'll go back and boost mine a little more.
This really kind of sucks because now that Montana's kind of like, he's like permanent editor, not producer, or is he producer? I don't fucking know. Like, I miss my 800 miles to the left. I don't have anybody to my left. Oh, wait, I do have somebody to my left.
You have Farmer today.
How many miles is Orange City?
You live on a fucking ball. Everything's to your left.
That's what you think. That's what they want you to think, Chico.
God damn it.
Flat Earth, baby.
Can't deal with this.
That guy didn't launch his rocket, so now we'll never know.
Don't get me started on the flat earthers.
Have you ever looked at the horizon when you go up? It's flat.
Every once in a while, I watch one of those videos just to remind myself that, like, there are incredibly stupid people.
That you're not the stupidest person in the world? I do that all the time.
Man.
Just drive through Iowa and Kansas. It is flat.
I've done that. I've done that 3 times. There's nothing. It never ends. Nebraska never ends either.
Oh, Nebraska's bad.
Yeah, Nebraska's the worst.
Yeah, Iowa's not that great.
Oh
either.
my god!
Wyoming.
When Iowa insults your state sucks.
They do though. They do.
There is no such state as Wyoming except during rodeo season. That's it. Period.
Dude, they fucking stole their shape. They can't even get their own shape. Fucking Wyoming.
All right, I'm starting this
pretty
shit.
cool though.
All right.
As soon as I get the show notes up, there we go.
Hey, you know what? There's a anonymous mink in our show notes, and I want to just hope that that's Mark.
It's probably me, unless you can see me by name.
No,
It's probably Farmer going, what the fuck are we going to talk about? Or did we not give Farmer the fucking show notes?
No, I got the notes. I'm looking.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm so ready for this. You guys are gonna because the silencer article dropped quote unquote late. You get all my first insight on the silencer.
No, we're not talking about the silencer this week. We're saving that till next week, aren't we?
You wanted to talk about the silencer?
Ruin your show.
No.
Okay, you can tell me everything you think about the silencer, and then I'll tell you why you're wrong.
No, I'm correct.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'm adding
correct.
And it's on.
I'm so correct.
Why Farmer is correct. Exclamation point.
I can't wait for him to tell us what his tier F list is.
Shush.
Farmer.
We're gonna get into that.
you.
We're gonna get into that. We got beef. Correct. Oh, nice. A nice change. Good morning, X-Wing. Hey, this is not a test. This is OCX Radio. Time to rocket from the Delta pilot to the 4BZ. Welcome to the radio. God damn it. Someone wrote this all wrong.
Good morning, X-Wing.
No, Mark. No.
Buenos dias, X-Wing.
I was going to let him do
unless
it
it's from
in
the prompter.
No. Fuck it. Chico, do it in Spanish because nobody's going to know if it's wrong or not.
Oh god, people are editing things.
Why is your thing so close to your face?
Erica?
No, that's Lauren.
If someone is joining,
Lauren! Okay, tell Lauren she's on hold. All right, I'm going
Lauren,
again.
you're on hold.
Good morning, X-Wing! Hey, this is not a test. This is OCX Radio. Time to rocket from the Delta pilot to the 4BZ. My name is Aaron, the Coach Kroll, everyone, and welcome to the OCX Radio Podcast, coming to you live from downtown Orange City, Iowa. I'm joined today once again by the co-host with the most, Chris Chico Brown. This is where you say something.
I was muted. Damn it. Oh. Hi.
Hey.
Oh.
Also with us today, somebody broke him out of the old man's home. Mark Tippett.
Good to be here, guys.
Bringing up the rear, as always, Kyle the Sloot Stews.
No longer sounding like Batman this weekend.
I don't know. Batman was pretty sexy.
Yeah.
That's Kyle.
Jesus. And coming on the show for the first time, about time, all the way from the West Coast? Yeah, West Coast. Ryan, you've heard him on the Minox Squadron podcast, Farmer.
Hello, OCX.
Oh no! See, I was hoping you were going to do the whole hello and welcome to the OCX Radio Podcast, everybody. My name's Ryan Farmer, and joining with me today is
and with me today. God, it's like you don't even listen.
I was going to say, how the hell does he do a better job of your guys' intro than he does ours?
Because he's a better host than I am.
It's okay, man. You got time. There's so much potential.
I swear to God, every day in my car when Minot comes on, I literally say your entire introduction because I don't know, it's ingrained in my brain after what is it? 2 years? 2.5 years?
Yeah, 2.5. We just finished episode 96, and
Jesus.
Yeah, it's funny because you listen to the early episodes. Like I just listened to episode 1 through 3 the other day, and that whole opening bit didn't become a thing until like in our episode 20 or something. The early episodes are weak. They're really weak. Like I listen to all the early episodes of every podcast that has come after us, and I go, man, they're so much better than we were.
Well,
or we are currently.
Except the crates.
Yeah, fair, valid.
Strong.
Or like we are currently. There's so many podcasts that are just better than like us. Just there's so many excellent podcasts that like I wouldn't listen to us probably.
Well, you got to realize that we're all lumped into the Wave 4 podcasts.
It's true.
So we're the Whisper podcast. So we have all the information. We're pre-nerf. We're pre-nerf Whisper. So we have all the information before we even make our decisions.
It's true. You guys have the silencer information before we have it. It's bullshit, quite frankly.
Well, stop fucking recording on Fridays. That's bullshit.
We recorded on Monday. Yes.
Yeah. Why not be intelligent and drink on Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Hey, come on. You guys mentioned it, but I did do the OCX trip. I did drink an entire bottle of wine a couple episodes ago.
Oh, believe me, we made fun of you for it.
Oh, I listened. It was bad. I should not be drinking during the Minot podcast. That is absolutely 100% for sure.
But see, you did it right. You first mentioned you were drinking, then you mentioned OCX Radio, so that absolves you from all wrongdoing.
I was also on a 3.2 Company podcast, which is awesome, and I was drinking on that as well. And man, I just learned that it's more fun podcasting when you got a little buzz going. I was skeptical, but look at you guys.
I don't know how you do it any other way. I literally don't. I think I did one sober episode. No, that's a lie.
My favorite part about OCX Radio is the longer you listen, the more you can tell the alcohol taking over all the hosts, like all of them, and that's what makes it so fun. You can literally see the turning point from where they don't remember what they're saying anymore. Usually when Coach starts stuttering, it says the same like opening of the sentence like 3 times. And that's not a critique, that's a feature. Like that's
and slipping from view.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. when the head goes down, ever since we started this whole YouTube thing, like, oh man.
So there's
I still to this day wonder if this whole live YouTube thing is good.
Oh, something is bound to happen live during at some point. Like it's gonna be great. Like
did you not watch Chico's episode? Because there was a lot that went wrong on that
Holy
episode.
Shit. I won't even listen to that episode.
No, I won't either. I was done. Fuck that. That was my test pilot blackout episode.
Oh man, that guy's ready made for your podcast, is it not?
Oh no, fucking Chris Allen tried to steal him from me, and I strong armed and worded his ass because that's my pilot. That is my alt art card. You cannot take him away from me.
I think there's no podcast that deserves that card more than you guys.
See? But we did change the wording a little bit. It's when attacking, reduce the defense dice of the defender by how many beers you've had that game.
I like that. I was about to say by how many shots you've done, but yours is a little more wholesome.
Shot. I don't think I'd make it through a whole tournament.
At least the volume of the beer slows you down. So
I mean, it's a turn 0 kind of a thing. So Paul here would be proud of me if I chugged 3 beers. on turn
Can't
0.
make it to a podcast.
When are we going to get those shield token shot glasses?
Oh, you mean the plastic shot glasses with like curled paw super glued shield tokens on the bottom? Soon.
Sure.
I don't know. I left that up to Chris Allen. He was supposed to look them up. I said that all of a sudden I heard the classic Chris Allen like fucking keyboard typing, and it was like, oh, he'll find the price for me and he'll order them. That's cool.
There's 500 sets on way to you right now.
just like my crate templates. Okay. Wow.
I got mine.
Why do you get us off topic so bad? We're usually so good at staying on topic.
You know what? I'm just testing your hosting skills. Usually I'm the host, but now I'm testing.
Usually so good at staying on topic.
No. I never said I'm a good host. I never said.
This could be great. This could be like Christmas past for Chico. You're on Nova Squadron Radio right now.
Oh man! So yesterday
Mark, we need your full battle report.
The first list I was playing was
okay. I got it.
List. And I was playing against somebody running Dash Poe, and the way I set up the rocks, I really set them up. I was using the big actual asteroids.
Can I mute this guy? I can mute
and
it,
I
right?
set them at a bit of a diameter.
Mute! I have the power! I have the power!
Wrecked.
Oh wait, how do I unmute him? Shit! How do I do it? I don't know how to do it.
I think you just click him again, right?
Am I back?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
You've been sent to the corner.
I'm playing with fire. It's bad. No, we should definitely do that. The whole like Chico's Christmas past, present, future. In future, he's on the Minox Squadron podcast.
No, he's been on our podcast, and it was our best episode we ever had.
Aww.
Ever.
Except on that episode, you guys said, like, you guys spent like 5 minutes talking about how excited you were for the next episode.
We were excited for the next episode. That's very true.
Freaking Aussies on there, you fucking kangaroos.
Listen, man, everyone should be excited whenever the Aussies are on.
Damn right.
Well, we've had Kiwi. We've had a Kiwi on ours.
Oh yeah.
I believe you.
In fact, he made top 8 at New Zealand. Nathan,
That's
Wilcox.
correct.
Shout out.
Yep.
What?
OCX.
That's why you guys are the superior podcast.
See, we get cool people on ours too.
You guys are allowed to drink.
Don't worry, we're working on Andrew Bunn next week.
Perfect.
Oh, jeez. Mick Bunn loving that.
But it's not going to be the Andrew Bunn System Open champion. It's going to be like some random guy called
Hey, is your name Andrew Bunn? We watch it on our podcast. We talk about some like spaceship game. Don't even worry about it. Talk about whatever you want.
All right, goddammit. For that one listener that hates it when we go like 30 minutes without talking anything about X-Wing, Ryan,
yes.
Where are you from?
I am from North Hollywood in California, Los Angeles. And, you know, I was not always from the West Coast. I grew up in a small mountain town in northern New York, like basically Canada. So
I know. I saw a picture on your Facebook page of you shooting guns. I was like,
yeah, that was not in California.
Not California.
No, I was shooting guns in my backyard. That was on vacation, and that was just.
So you got a little redneck in you.
Oh, no doubt. My town is nothing but rednecks.
Nice.
Oh yeah, there, Bob. Let's go down to the pub and have a brewski there, kid. That's what everyone in my town talks like.
You remind me of my grandmother.
That's exactly what everyone talks like. Yo, the Red Storm there. Yeah, we killed them in that hockey game today. Oh yeah.
You really need to work on your northern accent. That's
no,
bad.
that's no. That's not the accent. That's how they talk. It's like a shitty Canadian.
or Wisconsin.
That's not an accent. That is how the people in my town talk.
That's what people from Wisconsin sound like.
Yeah. That's how Zach Matthews sounds.
Except for you, Kiefer. We love you. Love you, Kiefer.
Hey, check this out, Coach. I just saved the family from a small insect, and I turned to my wife and I said, "Hey, the guys are thinking about having an all-wife episode." And she looks at me and says, "That's kind of racist." I said, "Wife, not white."
Oh, white.
Wow.
Well, I mean, If you don't count Dion, yeah, we're pretty much probably a racist podcast.
Oh, you had D on here too.
Oh, we did have D. Yeah.
No,
but not like live YouTube though, so they couldn't see. They could have been a fake. Could have been a fake D.
I thought we were talking about Dion, not D, my co-host.
We're talking about both.
Por qué no los dos?
Because they're both not white.
It's true.
We are going down a weird angle here.
Listen, OCX Radio is clearly not a white supremacist radio network.
Mark, see what? This is why you're only bi-weekly.
Well, that's probably wise.
All right. So, ladies and
That's where I'm
gentlemen,
from,
we
anyway.
have dun, 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 the greatest thing that ever happened to X-Wing in the history of the world. The TIE silencer broke. What? Womp, 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 womp. That's we don't have fancy shit, so you have to deal with me.
Montana will add it in.
I know we were going to do the whole fun thing and haze Farmer for like going the longest we can go without doing the TIE silencer, but okay, was that on a phone?
Yes, it was.
Nice.
I just can't help myself because I am in love with this ship more than anything in the world. So let's dive right into this bitch.
I'm sorry.
What?
That you think it's really that good?
It's awesome.
I love it, Chico. And you know I love dumb stuff. So just let me have it.
Okay, then you better start then.
Okay, so I want to just the one thing that Chico cannot fucking argue with us at all about is this. Oh my God, this dial! I'm looking at it right now, and it's hard to speak. It's really hard to talk right now because I'm.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's like the best dial in
overwhelmed
the
with
game,
beauty.
no doubt.
Yeah.
We've got both the one. Okay, so we got one hard turns are white. Oh well. Two. All the twos are green. All of them. 2 hard, 2 bank, 2 straight, all green.
2 sloop, 2 K turn.
This son of a bitch has a 3 fucking Talon roll. Who in the right goddamn mind thought it would be a good idea for this ship to have a 3 Talon roll? It's red, if you're wondering. 3 hard turn, white. 3 bank, 3 straight are green. The fucking 4 straight is green. It has a 4K turn for shits and giggles. And then there's a 5 straight green for like an extra fucking fuck you to anyone else who had illusions of what this dial was going to be.
So there's like 3 ships that have a 5 straight green now?
I'm going with this ship has the perfect anatomy of a Christmas tree, and it is a Christmas present to Empire. It is. It's got a lot of green, a little bit of red, and not a lot of white, which is the trunk. And that's cool with me. Unless they're the stars. I don't know. Whatever. Maneuver dial, guys. That's amazing. It's
great.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great dial. And I think you glossed over it a little bit, but one of the best things about it is that those 3 banks are green. Like,
yeah, that's huge. I mean,
it's really important because, you know, with an interceptor having those, Suntir isn't able to run as effectively as, you know, it's like without the Mark II engines, but with that 3 bank green, you can really go fast and get in places and still do your PTL.
I mean, I will agree. The PTL, it has to be on every pilot, doesn't it?
No, not every
that
pilot.
Can have an EPT,
but probably Kylo.
I mean, Kylo has to have
Kylo, definitely. Like anybody that you're using as an arc dodging ace has to have PTL.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
I mean, I've seen people saying that they're going to put like experimental interface on it to be able to use the freaking debris gambit, which okay,
you're wrong.
Yeah, you're absolutely wrong because you can't do double reposition then, and you're missing out the whole point of being an ace.
Like, yeah, it's actually I would have said in an earlier version of X-Wing this ship is straight broken right out of the box. But considering that firing arcs have become less and less important as we've moved further into X-Wing, I actually think, and with people saying, would pre-nerf Whisper really be that broken in today's game? Those conversations have been had in many groups. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
But those conversations are being had like right now because it's basically has turned into turret wing. I think that it's going to be really interesting to see the potential fallout of double repositioning advanced sensor PS9 Kylo.
I'm telling you what, I cannot wait to play double repositioning advanced sensor ship. This is going to be great. Corin Horn's going to be awesome.
Oh!
And no one beat Nathan Eady.
Bazinga. No, you joke. I have a quote from Nathan Eady. I messaged him today saying, everybody's losing their mind over advanced sensors double reposition. Can I get a comment from the OG so I can tell people that Kylo isn't their silver bullet? And he said, tell them they should be worried about threat tracker instead. Also tell them Kylo doesn't have evade, double tap, or regen. LOL, get good.
I will say that Kylo's dial is significantly better than the E-Wing dial.
Yeah, it is.
No doubt.
But I'll take a double tap and evade and R2D2 in place of that dial.
It's true. No, they're without a doubt. Like, that's really great. But
that's also a pilot skill 8.
Yeah, doing it at PS9 is interesting and a fairly big. I am honestly, Chico, I'm with you though. Like, I think it's a little too overhyped, but I do also think that it has potential to be like meta defining because it's going to be meta defining no matter what because everyone will be flying this ship for 3 reasons. 1, it's sexy. It looks so cool.
It is super fucking sexy.
Right? Like, it's the sexiest ship like we've seen in forever. 2, it's going to be like fairly good. Like, regardless, it may not be amazing, but it'll be good. And it can do amazing, like, great things. Like, oh man, 2 green advanced sensors PTL, bonkers. And 3, the new movie's coming out, so everyone's going to want to fly it. So you will see this thing on the table no matter what. Therefore, it'll be meta defining, even if it's not that great.
On a competitive aspect,
I can agree with that. Yeah.
I can't wait to see the thing flown by everybody. Like you said, I think it's been overhyped. I like seeing Suter Fell across the table for me back in my heyday. I mean, I'm still playing X-Wing, but
not when I'm flying him.
when I see Suter Fell across the board, I go, most of the time, I'm like, I don't know. He's pretty tough pilot to run, and Kylo's going to be no different, except you're dumping about 20 more points into him.
But is that a problem?
I think he is a high floor, high ceiling guy.
Without a doubt.
Like, you have to really know what you have to be able to see the matrix, as they say, to be able to like run this guy. Is like, oh, I'm gonna have advanced sensors double reposition. You can't stop me. It's like, well, if that was true, everybody would have been flying Nathan Eidy's list and having massive success with Corin Horn up until now. Except Nathan Eidy's the only one that can see the matrix, evidently.
I totally agree with you, Chico, without a doubt.
Wait, time the fuck out. Why do you keep agreeing with him?
Because he's right.
And he doesn't want to get yelled
at. He's right, and I don't want to get yelled at. Totally valid. But listen, I love this ship because if you, like you said, high floor, high ceiling, Kylo will be as amazing as you are a pilot, which is one of the reasons I love this game. Like, you can be, the really good players will fuck shit up with Kylo. There's no doubt about that. But you'll get a lot of Kylo players who just don't see the matrix and make a suboptimal move. You have so many options that you need to be able to make the correct move with him, or he's just boned. He's toast.
And not only that, but nowadays you have a lot more things to manage a ace in this game compared to back in the day when Suter Fell was reigning supreme.
No doubt.
So there's way more different. There's an astronomical amount of things that you can do to stress him out, whereas he doesn't get his advanced sensor pushed the limit.
I will say that I think the top pilots will throw prime thrusters on him if that starts to happen, because then you'll still get your ability. You'll still be able to do your pre-move barrel roll, then green and clear that stress. So if we see a stress meta come back, prime thrusters, I mean, It doesn't nerf this thing as much as you think, unless, you know, I don't know. There are a lot of things to deal with in Ace now, but that's why I think that the Kylo pilot also has tricks up his sleeve with his ability, right? Right, Coach? Like, you've got that I'll show you the dark side on Kylo will really scare the higher PS guys from attacking him.
I'm not going to give up my Kylo Ren crew card. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, Kylo Ren crew is significantly better.
It's too easy. It's too easy for me to throw that on there compared to the Kylo Ren pilot.
So would you rather
play against him?
So you'd rather fly a Blackout than you would Blackout with Kylo?
I will probably run if I'm going to, which I'm probably not. But if I was going to, it would be Kylo crew, Blackout, VI, just to fuck around with people.
Right. Well, see, but you need to fly Kylo to get that pilot skill, and I feel like I'll end up flying Kylo, and his ability is just an extra little boost. I'm not basing my list around it. It's just a thing that is also there.
I kind of disagree, because that ability allows you to PS0 anybody that's a PS10 or 11 that's higher than you. And then once you are able to PS0 them, maybe you pair them with something that in your squad that has critting ability. Maybe you throw them with Vader, or you have Palp in the squad to give crits. Once you PS0'd something higher than you, they're never hitting Kylo again unless they're a turret.
Well, also that same thing. I could put PTL on Blackout, Kylo on Rack, VI Rack, and just go around like, you're zero, have fun, test pilot Blackout.
Exactly. Yeah. No, you're right.
Then you're never going to touch him. I mean, that's, oh my god, that's going to be fucking amazing.
Blackout and Racklow is absolutely a squad that we'll see.
And you have the points to run, because what? Fuck.
He's 4 points cheaper.
Blackout's 3 points cheaper?
I thought he was 4 points cheaper. I could be wrong.
I want to say he's 3 points.
I think Blackout's 41 and Kylo's 45.
That could be
35.
So
35.
30. Yeah, sorry, 31 and 35. So I keep thinking 40s because that's what the
31, 35. Oh my god, he's 4 points fucking cheaper. So they're
crazy. That's an engine upgrade.
Daring you to do that. That's what they're daring you to do.
And now, like the one thing that I have to say about like Kylo Ren's pilot ability compared to other ones, it's the first time you're hit by an attack each round.
Correct.
It is when it procs, and getting hit on an arc dodger is not something you want to do, and timing that perfect for that ship that you want to get like a PS0 or a blinded pilot on, not easy at all.
Yeah, it'll be tough. But I mean, we're in a low ship like if I'm playing a 2-ship build, if I'm playing against, you know, Rack or like Dengar or something, and you know you're gonna get hit that at least one time, like like let's say PS10 Rack rolls up and he's gonna shoot at Kylo. Does PS10 Rack really want to risk getting hit with a PS0 or like a blinded or something like that? Like, I'm sure you could fire at Kylo and definitely put through a damage, but if you do, there's significant risk that next turn you're getting that put on you.
well, but like with your Rack example, he's Kyloing you. As well.
So,
but yeah, I definitely get your point.
Kylo the pilot is tough for me to say yes, I'm gonna run him. I know it's amazing, pilot skill 9, PTL, all this cool stuff you can do, but the minute you see a PS10 Rack and you're like, well, fuck.
I also want to say that the silencer has a bit of utility beyond, like, obviously, yes, the advanced sensor double repositioning is phenomenal, right? But I think the silencer has a little bit of utility even as like a good ship, like I've been seeing some builds today with test pilot Blackout and trick shot and a couple other things, and just saying really lean at like 34 points ish. You could fit that, Inquisitor, and Quick Draw all in a squad and be viable. You know, is that where the ship shines? Probably not, but you know, you throw a trick shot on Blackout, that's maybe even with just FCS, whenever it's obstructed, which is, you know, if you can manage it, not that difficult to do. That's a lot of dice you're throwing, you know, 4 or 5 against 1 agility or less.
It is. It's it's once again it's the triple aces. Who do you kill? Because if you don't kill that person,
Right.
that these two are going to kill you. You know.
And I think with this ship, it's another nice ace. The Imperials, more than any other faction, have aces down. Like, they've got the ability to throw 3 aces, and they're just getting more and more combinations of being able to do that.
Yeah, I want to maybe throw it out there. Were there any cards that were spoiled that we really need to care about? I mean,
Yes, all of them.
oh, okay, all right. Before I go into my little thing, let's do the debris gambit. It's a small ship only action. Assign 1 evade token to your ship for each obstacle at range 1 to a maximum of 2 evade tokens. Now, Chico, tell them why they think this card is wrong.
Well, people are like, oh my gosh, I could get 2 of these, but people need to remember you can only spend 1 evade token per attack. So you're using this you're using this expecting to get 2 evade tokens. Now that might be good if you plan on getting TLT'd a lot, or I don't know, gunner maybe. If you're facing that, but you're kind of planning for something that I don't think is going to be happening all that often, especially if you're putting this on an ace.
How many points is this?
2, I think.
Too expensive. Should have been 0.
Well, it could have been 0, and the fact that it's an EPT writes it off my list completely. Like,
the only way I would think about it is if it was 0, and then I could slap a comm relay on, and then it would be a 3-point shield upgrade for turn 1.
Okay, yeah, but then you're taking up your EPT slot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it would have to go on like something. I don't know. It's maybe you can toss in something like Vader, because then someone who doesn't need the EPT. But
here's the place that I actually think it might shine. There's A-wings, because they can have double EPT, so you're not completely taking up that slot. So there's possibility there. Where I really think that this has a chance is with low agility TLT ships. So your Hawks, your Scum Y-wings, TIE Aggressor, Skirks. Okay. Friggin' Rebel Y-wings, you can use that droid, and Ray Horton, here's an EPT. But you can put it on those, and those guys take a lot of shots, and they don't really need their focus for offense, because they're just pure volume of dice is what they're counting on. So if you do this, get 2 evades, then with all those shots coming at him, it's like, oh, I got 2 extra that I don't have to worry about, and my 1 evade die I don't really care about. So like, I'm not looking at this to put it on aces, because aces got other shit they're handling. This is completely going on those things for me.
And this is small ship only, right?
Yeah. So some other notes I had: you can put this on Youngster if you're one of those crazy people who's still trying to make Youngster work, and
funny.
Have it for your whole ship. Kirk Hanos is still sad because he doesn't have an EPT, but it would be great on Kirk Hanos. But
oh god, if Kurt Canos had an EPT, that'd be so great.
Oh yeah, like this would be great for him. He'd it'd be great for the cute games. Vader, this might actually be decent on Vader because he's got 2 actions anyways. And if you're not worried about bumping him up to 11, you can drop this on him, and he finally has evades because he doesn't have native evades.
It's actually nice for Vader to deal with. The one thing Vader struggles with is not having auto thrusters. But this is kind of, it's not great, but if you're dealing with like quad TLT and you have this on Vader, you just fly him in the asteroids and you'll be able to handle quad TLT a lot better.
Definitely, yeah. And Guri, because you're already getting your focus from being way close to somebody, so you could be focused double evade kind of thing. That's possible. One other spot I found that like I haven't really gotten to explore, I just kind of threw it in my notes, is Lowrick. Because he's already got his he's reinforcing. You could get him double evades, and so you would have to do Lowrick and experimental interface, so you can reinforce and get the double evade. And holy crap, good luck touching him.
God, the chat's yelling at me to yell at you and say that Vader already has native evade.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
I guess I haven't played Vader in an eternity.
No, he does, but then he could get 2 evades or 3 evades, chat. So he could have 2 evades for 1 action.
Well, shit, I was wrong. What
You're
doesn't
wrong,
he have?
Chico.
Oh, he doesn't have the boost. Yeah, that's
Right.
Chico, you haven't even been drinking that much either, so.
Oh, sure.
There we go.
Okay.
Good job, chat.
Oh man, I got something wrong.
We have Farmer on, so you can make fun of him when he messes up, and then he gets to rake you over the coals.
I just
on
assumed
our
Vader was
show.
solid even without the Vader was okay even with the evade action because you're getting 2 of them instead of just 1, so you're fine.
Yeah, here. Lowrick, C3PO, this EPT experimental interface. He reinforces, has his evade token, gets 1 from C3PO, 3 evades without rolling your die at all. Like, holy shit.
But then he gets hit with the triple threat, double tactician, Wookiee list, and then he's never able to take another double evade ever again because he's triple stressed.
Well, but then it's a mirror match.
Right.
The best game to watch on live stream.
Right. So Debris Gambit is interesting. I think it's got some corner cases, but like it came out in a pack with an ace, and I would never put this on an ace.
No, I agree. Unless edge case Vader. Other than that, no.
Yeah.
Jesus, you guys went way too long on that fucking shit
because
card.
I've got a freaking evade anyways.
But normally they make you buy this pack with an upgrade in it, so another expansion that came out in the same wave could use that card, so you have to buy both of them. So what are the small ships that could use this and get double evades?
I don't.
Has anyone seen the first order?
You got the Sheathipede. You got the Sheathipede. Does that want double evades?
No. The Sheathipede just wants to get out of the back of your binder.
I mean, maybe an edge case for the gunboat if it has linked batteries and doesn't need that action for anything else.
There you go.
Then you're
but it's slamming all day. It's just slamming.
What's advanced slamming because it's not in your action bar, so no.
All right. Enough.
All right. What are we doing next?
What's Threat Tracker? There we go. Threat Tracker. Okay. This one might come in. Small ship only.
Yeah, this is the if you have somebody in your arc at range 2, so you're facing them, so you can't use it for like running away. You can, when they become the active ship.
What range, Chico? What range? 1
to 2. I said 1 to 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you said just 2.
Keeping you on your toes,
So then you can boost or barrel
job
roll
around
as
here.
long as boost or barrel roll is in your action bar. Now, something I've been discussing this with people all day long today is becoming the active ship. Is it mandatory? So if you have one of these ships pointing at you, can you just go? I'm not going to activate that ship. I'm not taking a shot, so you can't reposition. Suck it. And the answer is no. You have to activate all the ships. The only time a ship doesn't activate during the combat phase is because if you're Tel Truvera and that stupid pilot skill thing where it's it changes because you got shot and died and lost your blinded pilot or whatever, your PS0 crit. So that's like the only case. But otherwise,
also be the ghost when it gets destroyed and poops out the shuttle.
Yeah,
doesn't the shuttle not activate?
There you go. So like there's some edge cases.
Whoa!
But for
Whoa! Wait a minute! Monumental moment here. Farmer.
I only know because that's
school Chico.
No, that just happened to me like yesterday, so that doesn't really. We actually had to look up in the.
Oh my God! Take credit for it, damn it, Brian.
Oh man, my first large tournament I judged, we had somebody have that happen, and they were like, "Do I get to shoot?" Because I popped out when I was destroyed, and we were like, "Oh God!" Nope. And like we had to like scour the event hall trying to find somebody with the rules for
because it only comes in.
Yeah. And like we finally found somebody who had it because like they kept like all of their inserts in their tournament pack just in case this happened.
Can I be the first person to say that this is pathetic of FFG not to have a fucking app that you can download that has all the fucking rules?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I download the PDF for the FAQ on my phone, but like that's not quite the same.
They're coming out with those intergalactic or they're doing all this cross promotional technology shit. They should be able to do this.
They should. I agree.
Oh, and
the X-Wing Companion has all that stuff on it.
Well, I was working on this for a while. The problem is I tried to crowdsource it, and crowds suck. Yeah, crowds, you suck. I was trying to put together a whole rules thing where you could put in any number of cards you want, and it would go directly to an article that discussed the interactions between those cards. It was going to be really freaking awesome, but I'm lazy, and so are you guys. So it didn't happen. It would have been neat. Anyways, but yeah, there's some edge cases of where guys don't activate, but otherwise, each ship does activate. So
is the card good?
Is it good?
Is it worth? Would you put this card on? Would you replace fire control with this? Or what is it? No, it's a tech, right?
It's a tech.
So it's in a slot that you can, put it somewhere. And like I would definitely put this on like a flanker. Like if I was really good at flying a ship as like a flank, I think it'd be really good. There's also something to be said for if you have push the limit, because it does give you a booster barrel roll action, so you can push the limit off of that. Cool. So like this is actually one of those things. If I was flying Blackout, I would definitely put this on there because I get a target lock on my opponent at like range 3. He flies up into like range 2, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm an ace, and I want to boost barrel roll out of the way, but I can't because he's a higher pilot skill because I'm shit dirt tier pilot skill 7, and all of a sudden he goes to shoot at me, and I'm like, yes, now I get to boost barrel roll at pilot skill infinity, and boom, I'm outside your arc. Now I get a great shot.
I think it also
and then I just lost my target lock, and now my shot is worthless.
It also means that you're not necessarily stapling advanced sensors on some of these guys. You can get away with putting fire control on them with this tech so that you could still have really solid action economy.
Right. Yeah. But to give people a rundown of what this can actually go on, you got the T70, which meh. Like I don't think there's really any that it'd be great on. Blue Ace, it's special boosts. The TIE FO, they are married to comm relay, so no. TIE SFs, probably not. The silencer, we're discussing that. And the quad jumper, no.
TIE SF has the rear arc though, isn't that beneficial? So you could be running and then barrel roll out. And they could take FCS as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, you could.
So like your quick draw or whatever, and then someone's behind you, they activate, you take a free barrel roll, suddenly you're out of their arc, and you still get to fire out the butt.
Ooh.
And hopefully you're at like quick draw. I like to run quick draw at pilot skill 11. So I get like I'm firing, and then they go to fire back at me, and I boost barrel roll and get the hell out of dodge, so their shot's worse. Yeah, that would be a valid thing there.
I like to run my quick draw at PS0 with enhanced scopes and fucking electronic baffle and just fucking shoot whenever the fuck I want to. So, I think I know it's all the silencer, yay, but we have to realize this tech goes on other ships, and there's probably I don't know. Someone in the chat says Snap Wexley. Sort of. He's a pilot skill 6.
Well, that's the point. I was just talking about, like, on lower pilot skills, it's actually
not bad.
Makes sense because you leave your repositions to pilot skill infinity.
I mean, after you execute a 2, 3, or 4 speed maneuver, if you're not touching a ship, you may perform a free boost action.
Yeah, how does that merge with that?
It doesn't, because you can't boost more than once.
With that. Yeah.
I mean, unless you
pick a better one, people.
We haven't talked about Test Pilot Blackout yet, or should we say Test Pilot OCX?
Actually, wait. Does Snapshot and Snap Wexley and this work? Can you snapshot someone?
No, they have to snap. They
barrel
have to
roll?
come into you. They have to come into you, your arc, not the other way around.
Yeah, but before they act, oh, that's combat phase. Never mind.
Yeah, it wouldn't trigger.
That's why I get 10 points for flatulating.
That was a good try though, Coach.
You cannot snapshot and
Somebody's got to be the dunce on this show.
man, we almost had a snapshot counter, and it's just ruining our meta. We needed it.
You need it. Oh man, my 5 A-wings with snapshot and crackshot are always in my kit, and they're always never taken out. And it just makes me sad.
Dude, I beat someone last night with Mauler snapshot, one of the other TIE fighters with snapshot, Pierce with snapshot, and Major Rhymer Tactician snapshot.
It was
really Rhymer Tactician snapshot's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Poe did not see that coming.
What was your opening setup?
Just fucking ships every direction. Just
And who's on which side of which board?
I'm not doing this. I don't want to get again.
Are we gonna get to Test Pilot Blackout?
We were talking about Test Pilot Blackout right now. Coach,
No,
what
we're
does he do?
not talking about Test Pilot. We're talking about what didn't get fucking spoiled, which I'm kind of angry about, unless someone can tell me otherwise. The Pilot Skill 6 pilot of the Silencer.
That's Pilot Skill 6. Nobody's gonna run it. Get over it.
Does it have an EPT?
Yes, it has an EPT, and nobody's gonna run it.
Enhanced scopes on it, make it the fucking blocker of the century.
What? But why would you put advanced scopes on that guy?
So it can move at 0 and block anyone.
Couldn't you just put advanced scopes on the lower one though?
Or just run an Alpha Interceptor?
No, but you can't PTL if you don't have an EPT.
So,
I guess. I mean,
that's cute. That's not even cute.
I mean, aren't the TIFOs like some of the best blockers in the game?
Not with the fucking dial that the Silencer has.
Okay.
You're wrong, Coach. Sorry.
Damn it! You know what? Fuck it. I can't wait till 6 months from now and someone's running at least one TIE Silencer fucking PS.
Listen, if somebody wants to run a TIE Silencer blocker in the salt mines, that's not my problem.
PTL.
Yeah, he will yell at me. He will come screaming from freaking table like 85 down the way. Jacob, I found someone! That's what it'll sound like.
Come on, it fits for the freaking threat tracker thing.
I do smell like beer.
We don't sound that bad down on those tables. Trust
me. You know what? Fuck it. We discussed everything in here. I think we have.
Right, well, was Advanced Optics spoiled, or was that old news?
Yeah,
we did that in the fucking... Okay. Farmer, it's the Kimogila.
The Kimogila.
No, you've said it like 3 different ways in your podcast, and it's bothering the fuck out of me. I know you wanted to call it the
I want to call it the Kimbo Slice, if we're being
the
totally
Kimbo
honest.
Slice. Let's just call it the Kimbo Slice.
I'm trying to make the Kimbo Slice.
It's already
stick.
dead. Too soon.
Oh, good point.
Montana
tried really hard to be relevant and just wasn't.
Oh.
Edit point. All right. Let's get on to Test Pilot Blackout.
You can't just fucking call edit point.
Sure you can.
Yes, I can. I just did.
It's recorded on your own side. So
okay, Kyle, tell us why you think Blackout's good.
I'm not saying that he's super fantastic. I'm saying, for God's sakes, 20 minutes of nonsense. Let's get to Test Pilot Blackout.
I mentioned him a little bit. Come on, give me a little credit.
Didn't we already talk about Blackout?
We were semi-talking relevant content of what you should.
When he's attacking, he gets to reduce fucking defense dice by 2 if it's obstructed.
That's important, though. It's not agility; it's defense dice.
And for people who are trying to argue, like I had people arguing initiative, like who has initiative to add or subtract dice first. It doesn't matter. Look in the FAQ when you're adding and subtracting. Like even if it goes negative, it doesn't matter. The minimum of 0 is tacked on at the end of all calculation.
Right.
Read it. Get good. Rules better.
I think this game's getting a little too smart for me.
We mentioned it before. It being 31 points instead of 35 is a massive deal. There will be people that'll take Blackout just because you're saving 4 points over Kylo. And that dip from 9 to 7, really not that big of a deal.
Well, here's the thing, Farmer. When I looked at this ship, I look at I don't fly Empire. I just don't do it. That's not one of my things. When I look at Empire, I look at raw efficiency for point value. And as many times as I'm going to get this guy's pilot ability to proc versus Kylo Ren's ability to proc for his pilot skill, I just don't see that 4-point value in it. It's not there. I can have something else as like Kylo Rack. That's the pilot skill 10. I can have another ace out there that's going to be my high pilot skill, whose skill is going to matter. That's going to make you change your target priority. And this guy's pilot skill isn't going to matter that much because there's going to be other threats out there. But if you ignore this guy and you're not throwing any defense dice, he is going to hammer you.
Yeah, and I put him in kind of the same bucket as like Colonel Vessery, Countess Ryan. You're not a straight ace. You're one of these utility like sub ace kind of things that you still have to pay attention to, or they're going to wreck your day. And you have to have some other guy who's pulling aggro so that this thing can come in from like either flanking or doing whatever and really mess people up. But I don't see him as a closer, so that you definitely have to get his worth out, in the beginning.
I think you run him in one of two ways. You either run him with a Kylo in your squad, right? And PS0 something higher, like with a rack or, a bomber shuttle and a friend. Or you run and, you load him up and you do the advanced sensors, PTL and all that. Or you run him a little bit leaner. I don't know if there's a ton of value in loading him up if he's not intending to be an ace, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. No. If you're putting advanced sensors PTL on him, you have lost in the design phase.
Unless you are running rack in your squad. If you're running rack with Kylo, I think you could do that because maybe at most there'll only be one or two ships that are higher PS than you, and then rack can just zero them and you're good to go.
Yeah, you'd definitely have to do that.
You'd have to, without a doubt. But if you're not running Kylo in your squad as a crew in some regard, I think it's a trap to put all that stuff on Blackout. I mean,
here's one of the things I was thinking about, Farmer.
Sure.
Wired EPT, auto thrusters, collision detector, prime thrusters. That way you can still get your repositioning. You get re-rolls. You put him inside of a debris triangle.
Yeah.
And he just sits in there and either blocks the ace or takes high attack dice shots with focus re-rolls.
It's certainly not a bad call. I was considering FCS, a little more risky. Trick shot, FCS, auto thrusters, prime thrusters, because you can't then barrel roll onto debris anymore. But I mean, if you're a good enough pilot, you're going to be able to get those obstructed shots. And I think that added die with FCS, you get those. You'll be able to get the re-rolls, and that trick shot added die is just filthy. That's 0 points for one extra die as opposed to 12 on Dengar. So
the reason why I went for the 0-point collision detector is because you're giving a guy re-rolls who's got a lot of, his dial is wide open for as far as greens go. You get prime thrusters in the tech slot. You're basically looking at another Dash Rendar-esque type pilot that's punishing you for me barrel rolling onto the debris cloud and taking away 2 of your defense dice.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, it's interesting, like not having advanced sensors. I think hurts because like they showed you in the article where like you sit yourself behind a rock and take a shot from there because you basically want the rock as close into your arc as possible so that any shot you take is through a rock. Because otherwise, at pilot skill 7, it's going to be difficult to catch somebody like that unless it's like a large ship that decreasing by that many dice isn't significant. But anyways, so like having advanced sensors allows you that get out of jail free card of oh god, I'm behind a rock, pop out and go do something.
Well,
like, I'll be interested to see in testing like how frequently you can get this guy's ability to happen without super screwing yourself.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
I like the idea of you can barrel roll onto an obstacle, know that you're going to be able to clear the stress because your dial is completely wide open. You got prime thrusters, even though you're stressed out, and the wired for 1 lets you re-roll all your defense dice, all your attack dice, as long as they're focuses. I don't know. And then you can put something on there that, I don't know. There's all sorts of crew members that only Empire have that can help that out.
The one thing that I'll touch on,
you guys are forgetting the title that is going to go on every one of these.
Well, only one because it's unique, but yeah.
Well, you're probably only going to run one.
That's true.
I mean,
yeah, because who's going to buy more than one at $30 a pop?
Everything that we're touching on, though, I think it's really important to say that I like these kind of conversations because every discussion we've had involves good flying, right? Managing your distance to debris, being able to pick the correct, advanced sensor, push the limit, how you're going to move. It all takes a lot of good thought, and it's not just, I call it old man wing, when you just can put like...
Hey.
I was waiting for that.
No offense. It's just you put stuff, or potato squads is another thing we use.
Potato squads.
Where you just toss them on the table and you don't think. Like, you just do 1 forwards the whole game. Like, Dengaroo, I think, was one of those where you just didn't have to really think.
Or quad TLT Y-Wings.
Yeah, that too.
I'm looking at you, Chris.
And he still thinks he's running a Wave 3 squad. Wave 2.
So the ship silencer will only be as good as the pilot is. And you'll see a lot of people, as soon as this comes out, you'll see threads on the forums, on Reddit saying, man, the silencer's actually trash. And it'll be like, well, it could be, or you just suck.
Yeah. It's like the whole Taylor Swift mentality. Did you ever think maybe it's you? That's
right.
The problem?
I love Taylor Swift.
What
by the
the
way.
fuck? Wait.
I love Taylor Swift. I'm an unabashed, massive Taylor Swift fan.
I mean, I love Tay-Tay like everyone else, but
is she the best artist? No, but
no.
I listen.
No.
When you make that many songs about shitty breakups, maybe you're the problem in the relationship.
Maybe
is America's.
Oh God, what did this podcast
you
become?
got your goddamn
sorry.
mouth. I'll mute you again.
Her songs are catchy, and that's all I need in my life, are just catchy female vocalists.
She needs to put out more of her songs so my boy up in Norway can continue making metal covers of them, because that's the music I like.
Excuse
Her
me,
Shake
guys.
It Off song is the only reason I make it through tournaments. So
The phone is ringing. I think it's Taylor's attorneys wanting to get in touch with. Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
Me? Because we used to date back in the day, but
They can't do shit.
I don't know.
Fair
Maybe
use, baby.
Maybe
This
she'd
is
stick
parody.
with her boyfriends if they had some Vigaro.
Vigaro.
Oh man, Vigaro. That's the I bought stock in Vigaro.
I'm sorry.
For all
shit
this,
He's the other one.
Whoa, what the fuck is Mad Medic all mad about?
Maybe
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like T-Swift.
Well, then he's wrong.
Yeah.
Either that or somebody got a hold of his phone in the ambulance and they're like, ah!
Coach, the title is actually really good, though.
The title is amazing. You get to... I mean, it's okay.
I'm not really sold on it.
It's a 2-point shield upgrade.
What the fuck are you not sold on?
You will use
I'm going to find it so I can prove you wrong because I need to prove somebody wrong on this fucking thing.
Wait, what are you screeching about now?
The silencer, the TIE Vanguard.
Kyle doesn't seem to think that the Vanguard title's that good, but it's amazing.
No, TIE silencer only 2 points.
Oh yeah, the get out of jail free card. Are you?
Yeah, it's so good.
That's the most. If I could staple that to Soontir, Whisper, all of them, it's like how many times do you roll and go, well, God, variance just fucked me. Can I just pick those up and pretend that didn't happen? Yes, yeah. Discard that card. Go for it.
I lost 2 games. I lost 2 games at Worlds last year. 2 games because Whisper quad blanked when she had a focus and an evade.
But you guys are forgetting the first part of the fucking thing. Is when attacking, if the defender is the only ship in your firing arc at range 1 to 3, you can re-roll 1 attack dice.
That's just an added bonus.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's cute. Yeah. But
that's basically fucking Predator.
Basically, yeah, when it works. But
I mean, yeah. With all the repositioning you're gonna do, you're definitely gonna be able to proc that.
Coach, I guess the discarding the card.
Solid. It's super solid.
The card, yeah.
Sorry.
Discarding the card kind of is what draws me away from it. But I guess the passive ability of not discarding it, if you're going to run Test Blackout with Wired, and the way that I'm going to do it, doesn't sound like that bad of an idea. So you can re-roll 1 attack die and all your focuses.
Yeah, well, the weight I put in you running a fucking Empire ship is 0.
Man, the get out of jail free card is just the best, though.
It is. I would have been
so huge for Empire.
I would have been Sioux City Store champ if I fucking had that card.
We definitely need to give, like, there needs to be some kind of contest for somebody that rolls like 3 or 4 blanks, spends the title, then rolls 3 or 4 blanks again, because it's gonna happen to someone and it's gonna be so sad.
Yep. We already have the wrecked droid card challenge where it's like you try to kill your own ship, but you can't because you fucking spend the target lock. You can't kill it anyway.
There was somebody online posted a picture. They had a ghost at range 1 of a ship, rolled 5 blank attack dice, picked them up for his target lock, and rolled 5 more blank attacks.
I saw that.
That happened to Coach. That happened to Coach when he played me down at the Omaha Regionals. With his he had accuracy tracked his 5 attack dice shot after spending his target lock just so he could get 2 hits.
We weren't supposed to mention that. That was between you and me.
Chico, can I ask you a rules question? So
sure.
when would auto thrusters proc in conjunction with the title? Like, what if someone changes a blank to an evade and then vanguards the title? Can they, could they, what if they accidentally re-roll all their dice, including when would auto thrusters happen?
You have to re-roll all your dice, don't you?
You can do them at any point.
They happen in any order, right?
Yeah, so if you did auto thrusters first and then re-rolled them all, you'd be dumb.
Oh, right, you'd be dumb because you couldn't be able to do it again, right? I didn't think.
Yeah, I understand the thought of, oh man, I really want to make one of them evade and then roll all the rest, but you can't do that. And if you pick them all up and roll them, and you get 4 focuses, the worst possible thing for auto thrusters. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, is there a specific order of when you do the Vanguard or when you do auto thrusters? If you have to do auto thrusters,
it's all a modification. I mean, it's just like Han Solo's ability on attack.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
you do it as a modification whenever you want to.
Yeah, right. Farmer. Jeez,
I was just asking. Troll.
for a friend, right? That's what we say on the show. You're asking for a friend.
I was asking for Taylor Swift. She's hitting me up, wants to know.
Taylor Swift. She's a huge X-Wing fan.
She's a big X-Wing fan. She's actually going to be our episode 100 guest.
Ooh.
Fuck that. I'm going to try to get fucking Taylor Swift on the show.
Yeah.
That's my life ambition right now.
Jesus, you get Taylor Swift on OCX radio.
Is her husband a really popular X-Wing player, and she's going to happen to walk through the room?
Now, if we wanted
Maybe Mary is actually Taylor
Carrie
Swift.
Underwood, I could get Carrie Underwood.
Could you really get Carrie Underwood on OCX radio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her husband is Mike Fisher, who's used to be the one of the wingmen for the Nashville Predators, and I've got ties there. So
I like hockey.
Ties there because you've spent a lot of money drinking beer, watching the games.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Perfect. We'll get a hold of it.
He's fucking retired with 2 kids. He has nothing better to do with his life.
Are we talking about Palp and
Sure, I'll
lightweight
play
frame
some
now,
X-
Chico?
We're not talking about Palp and lightweight frame.
No, I'm not talking about that anymore.
Palp and lightweight frame.
You have the ruling. It's done. It's done. Stop it.
I believe it's actually pee break and get another beer time.
I just did that.
I am out of beer.
Yeah, but you've gone to much heftier, loftier places, my friend.
If it makes you feel any better, I've already reached my 6-drink minimum, plus had a glass of Bailey's.
Bailey's cream.
Yeah, but you got a lot of makeup work to do because of the last episode, because nobody could fucking understand what you were saying.
They understood I am Batman.
No, nobody understood I am
Batman.
I'm Batman.
Okay, I tell you what, are we done with the silencer? Are we done with the silencer?
I think so.
Sort of, a little bit. We got a little more. I want to talk about the silencer meta later, though.
Oh, sure.
Is what meta?
Ryan Farmer, do you need to take a pee?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Coach, go take a pee.
Here
We
for
all know
you.
you need
We're
to.
here for you.
I need to get another beer though, so if you need to go pee,
get another beer. We're gonna kick it off with the old OCX dubstep.
Yeah.
Get another beer.
Did you just dab? I can't.
I just dabbed. Oh, by the way, Montana radio edit when the dubstep happens. But yes, I fucking dabbed because you know what? My child just dabbed to me today, and that was weird.
My children mosh in the living room. Get good.
Oh my God, Farmer! I got my kids to say Minox Squadron D's our favorite. Just to let you know.
D is the favorite. So.
I mean, not to make him mad about it. He's
not mad.
To tell you the truth, between mano a mano during the radio edit, no, he's not. He used to be, but now that I have the hosting abilities, like, dude, no, you are king shit. I know what you go through, so. But you don't have to deal with these fuckers. These guys are way worse than D. Way worse.
What? Yeah, I'm not wrangling cats.
Ever since fucking Chico joined the goddamn.
Chico is a saint and can do whatever he wants.
No, he is not. Have you not seen the fucking pilot skill? Oh, we haven't released Ketch's pilot cards, have we? Shit, we should do that. Catch, throw the pilot skill pictures you've got of us on the because Chico's is the best. Chico and Montana's is the best. It's
okay for the people watching the live chat. If you want to see some really awesome metal covers of T Swift, I mentioned it. Look up Frog Leap Studios. That guy does some wicked awesome metal covers of just regular songs you hear on the radio, and my wife actually lets the kids listen to it because it's popular, good, clean songs done in a metal format. So it's pretty awesome.
So it starts out with
what?
I stay out too late.
Oh, he definitely does that song, but it's all
that's what people say.
Straight metal guitar
that's what people say.
And double bass going crazy. He's gone.
I am Iron Man.
Okay, I'm gonna take a piss and get a beer and.
Jesus, Farmer, how long has it been since we wanted to get on the show?
It's too long. Usually my Wednesdays aren't usually free, so
yeah, we had to go to Tuesdays because my wife coaches volleyball, but now we're back on Wednesdays for a solid good, hopefully 9 months now. So
nice.
How do you guys deal with the constant fucking? I don't know how you guys deal with that shit.
Deal with what?
I mean, being the numero uno podcast.
I don't know if we're the numero uno podcast. It's just I think
Who the fuck is bigger than you guys?
I think it's just eventually you do it long enough weekly that you kind of just are, because just of the fact that you're dumb enough to do it every week for 96 weeks.
Yes, that's why you guys are the number one podcast.
Just consistency. Like I really like. I've enjoyed a whole lot of like a lot of other podcasts. Like I really think what you guys are doing and what the Barons are doing. Like, man, the Birmingham Barons are really tight because they have. I don't
know how they do that with the whole time limit thing.
Yeah, it's super solid. Obviously, like Radio TCX as well. Like I've said it before. I think the TCX guys, Carson and Tim, they're
creme de la creme. They're right up there with you guys.
If ESPN were to hire a group of podcasters to do something for X-Wing, it would be them because they're the most probably professional.
But I don't think they get the accolades that you guys do because they've stuck to their guns. They're the half an hour, 45-minute podcast.
No, it's because
every week.
They get it done. They're content all the way. They're just a pure injection of content. I think some of the reason people like us is because we're dumb and people enjoy listening to us on their commute. I hope.
You guys aren't dumb.
Well, we're kind of dumb.
Ever since we came on, then you started to dumb your show down. Yeah, that's true. But
you've got that whole Mike in the morning feel. Where
there is that Mike and Mike feel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys are totally Mike and Mike.
I love Mike and Mike.
They totally argue with each other. Like, I don't know who's the one who gets like manicures and pedicures before they get on the show and like enjoys their lattes. But
I got a feeling that's Dallas.
Oh man, Dallas is untouchable. He's the best of everyone. No one can ever say anything bad about Tex because he's just the best.
But I just remember sitting there watching that poor guy at Worlds get assaulted by people throwing pennies at him. And I was about ready to start going around going fist to cuff with people.
Oh, fucking no lie, dude.
That was budget Nathan. It was Joe throwing those pennies, asshole.
I'm not going to lie. Kyle was about ready to fucking lay his ass out.
It's true, dude.
I mean, no shit. I had to go, no, dude, that's Joe Desmond. Don't do that.
I didn't even know who he was.
I didn't know who he was. But he says, if you throw another fucking penny, I'm going to fucking lay your ass out.
I actually told him, if you throw that penny at me, I'm going to punch you in the face. And I gave him a look. And I can't remember if he did or not. He probably did, and I didn't follow through. That sounds like me.
Well, just going to let you know, if he does it to an OCX guy, it's not going to be pretty.
Farmer, real talk for a second.
Sure.
I'm super sad that the first time I met you was in the last moments of Worlds in 2016.
Right?
I'm super sad about that because we're sitting at dinner and it all of a sudden dawned on me. I was like, oh, that's who these guys are. I should get to know them. And then we didn't really because the fucking waiter screwed up everybody's orders.
Oh, I remember that. That was fucked. The order was so wrong.
So bad.
It was not good. No. There's so many people I want to see at this next upcoming Worlds. I'm so excited. Again, I don't even go to Worlds to do really well or I go to see people.
Oh,
that's why I'm going to Crate Cup too. It's just.
Oh, and I'm
okay,
going
now. Wait, I gotta
fly. I'm not judging. I'm flying.
Nice.
For once.
You are not going there to see people. You're going there to be seen. I'm sorry, man.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I have too many friends that have made that I really want to see and hang out with.
You, D, and Dallas are fucking George Clooney, Matt Damon, and Brad Pitt of the X.
Oh my gosh! My story for Dallas is even better. I got there day one, and some guy online was giving out alt art Biggs cards, and it was him exploding in the trench, and it was sad face Biggs. And he was like, I'm going to be in the dealer hall. I'm sitting in like the first tables, and I'm wearing a T-shirt. And he said it was a Star Wars T-shirt that had like this and this on it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go in and I see that guy, and I go and start talking to him. And I just start with the idle chit chat because I don't want to walk up and be like, hey, give me a card so I can get out of here. You know, because that's just the dick move. So I start just kind of chatting him up, and you're like, hey, how's it going? And he's talking back and stuff, and like I'm kind of getting to the point of like, so what's going on here? And like all of a sudden somebody else walked up, and he was like, hey, what are you doing over here talking to Dallas Parker? And I'm like, this isn't Dallas Parker. I'm trying to get a card from so and so. Turns out they were wearing the exact same T-shirt, like 20 feet apart. And I'm sitting there talking to Dallas, and I have no idea who he is. And I'm like, oh, holy shit.
And the other thing is, like, there was a span where people wouldn't even recognize Dallas from one Worlds to another because he lost a ridiculous amount of weight and is so fit right now. I think he's the fittest Minoc right now. He runs like 15 miles a day.
That's not saying much.
No, but if anyone knew Dallas, like even like 3 years ago, like, you know, they wouldn't have said that, you know, now he's just an attractive dude. Like, man, I'm so pumped he's getting married. Like, Shay's awesome. So good for you, Dallas. We love him.
Okay, I'm pissed because we gave Dallas Parker like the greatest fucking like engagement send off in the world, and you guys didn't fucking say boo.
Yeah, we did.
You mentioned the whole tap thing?
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe that's where that fucking you guys thought we were mad at you because I was like, fuck those guys. We do this whole thing for Dallas and they don't even mention it.
No, when I did my
no.
Are you talking about when I did my
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
yep, he's going into territory that he's never going to come back from.
It's true, he's not, but honestly, like I've never seen Dallas as happy as he is right now. So
oh, you can tell. You can tell.
He's just like he's radiant. He
talks a third less on your guys' show than he normally does.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Ty Swarm will make a comeback someday.
Honestly, he could go to Worlds this year and play Ty Swarm and still make the cut. He was close this past year.
Damn right he could.
Well, like 2016, he was not. That was a bad year for him.
No, that was a bad year. But this past Worlds in 2017, he was good. He was undefeated into day 2, and I still think he would have made the cut. But he had 6 shots at a range 2 Fen Rao with crack shot and only did 1 damage on him.
Oh.
He had Howl Runner and crack shot and focus on all those TIE fighters. 6 shots at range 2 Fen and only did 1 damage on him.
That's no bueno.
Like he had turned his entire squad, like punked the guy out, had him dead to rights, and like didn't do the damage, and that's why he lost. And then the game came down to Fen versus like 2 ties. Like he would have made the cut if it weren't for some variants. I feel so bad for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucks.
All right, everybody, beard up.
I'm good. I got another. Oh no, now it's a
Let me go get one now because I'm
left in the fridge.
This is probably a bad idea. It's 10 till midnight here. Work in the morning is going to be good.
I got to work another. I'm doing an extra 2 hours a day, so I can have Friday off to go to my Fresno regional this weekend, and it's been a rough week.
All right.
I learned in a meeting yesterday that everybody on my project has no idea what's going on. It's not just me, so I'm off the hook.
That's great.
Yeah,
just comment.
Awesome.
Just comment out everything. It's fine.
That's kind of what I've been doing. It's like I find little niche things. It's like, oh, but don't forget about this, and they're like, oh, excellent point. I'm like, yes. I don't have to say anything for another 15 minutes. I got an excellent point.
Where are we gonna go next after radio?
We're gonna go into talking about the release date.
The release thing? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So coming back in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the radio. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Way to fucking fall on your face right there.
Powerful.
I've got this. Oh.
This is why you watch the YouTube live for all this fun shit. Welcome back to the Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Why do I want to say the OCX radio podcast? Why do I want to
do that? Welcome back to the OCX radio podcast.
Fuck it, Mark. You do it then.
Coach. Back to you,
Christ.
Coach.
3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Mark.
Welcome back to the OCX radio podcast. Now back to you, Coach.
Thanks, Mark, for doing my job, because I apparently cannot do it right now. So what we're going to talk to everyone about now, Jesus Christ. Okay, so we have been thinking about this idea about L5R. We're gonna break our.
We can't talk L5R.
No, we're gonna break it for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So, L5R releases a booster pack every 6 weeks for 6 weeks. And that is
every week for 6 weeks, not every 6 weeks. It's every week for 6
every week for 6 weeks, they put out a new product.
Right.
And we here at the OCX Aces radio podcast have been wondering, should X-Wing maybe kind of do something like this?
It should have done that.
They should have done this.
Beyond that point now.
A mistake has been made.
Mistakes have been made, yes, but is there a point where they can fix it? Because we've been talking about how nice it would be to get a preview, then 2 weeks later get the ship. Not get 5 or 4 or whatever, just like make it a continuous thing. First of all, what would that do to the meta? And second of all, what would that do? I can tell you right now, as a retailer, as a store owner, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I think for card games, it's a lot easier to say that one card is broken, switch it out or errata it. For a game of like spaceships, it's a lot harder to determine exactly what a meta is and then kind of counter things. And like having that quick succession would make it really difficult. And I almost feel like this 6 weeks worth of card packs, they tested them all together and they just knew that they were going to release them instead of
Unicorn still sucks.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Hey, don't.
I got my thumb on the pulse of L5R.
There's 2 packs come out yet.
Something I'll say is, like, maybe not obviously 6 ships in 6 weeks, but if we had more of a, instead of them all being released at once, we had one a month, year round.
Yay!
Yay!
Totally get behind
Someone's
Stole
reading
the
the
words
show
right out
notes.
of my mouth right there, because when Coach and I were
Oh,
talking
I didn't even
this-
have the show notes on. I'm so sorry if I stole your remark. That's my
You
bad.
did
No.
not. You're the
No,
guest.
you did. You're the
Steal as
guest.
much as you want.
That's
My
fine.
bad.
No, I'm just happy that you agree with me, Farmer, because we were talking about that. And that's why we brought up the discussion on the podcast. Coach and I, we were taking a break from our live stream or whatever that night, or I think, and we were, no, that was the night I played L5R for the first time. And I was like, I don't think that having a ship come out every 3 to 4 weeks is a bad idea, because then you can't really stabilize the meta. And with what Chico said, I know that kind of makes it topsy-turvy to see what's overpowered and it'll make it longer to figure out what's breaking the game if you're constantly releasing new ships. But it's easier on the pocketbook. You get excited about getting a new ship, whether it's $40, $16 a month.
I think part of the problem with that is they don't release enough ships a year. I don't think they release 12 ships a year, so it might have to be like every 2 months or something.
Well, okay, so if you take 6 plus 5, because that's what we've gotten in the last 2 years, that's 11. It's
Right,
not too far off.
So yeah, ship every 2 months. Like, I could get behind that, and it might help
I think-
their
I think everyone's wallet would be like, yay!
But the other kind of issue with that as well is how would that work in terms of like shipping? Would they just like would they get 12 or 5 ships all at once and hold them in the FFG center, just distribute them?
It's no different than what L5R is doing right now. They all have what they have. They shipped it. They shipped it all.
Right, but it's easier to store a card pack than it is all those ships as well.
I've seen these warehouses. They're
you know,
not gonna
actually,
they're not going to have a problem.
You know, you actually have a better insight on this than I do for sure. So if you say it's not a problem, then I'm behind it.
I can tell you right now as a store owner, if they did X-Wing like they did L5R, but not every week, but like, okay, a ship a month.
Like
right?
a normal LCG.
A normal LCG. Not only would I would sell at least one of every ship. Every single player out there could afford one of every ship. There's no, I'm Rebel, I'm Imperial, I'm Scum. There's none of that. Because everyone can be like, ooh, it's a new ship. I'm going to buy one of those. Or I think I'm going to use 2 of these in the list. I can afford 2 of them this month. And then the next month, the new ship comes out. It makes sense across the board for everyone, especially me, because I'm sorry, December 7th is going to hit, and I'm going to have 5 ships on the, and I ordered enough, hopefully for everyone, but I'm going to sit with product on the shelf.
Here's another thing too with the 1 ship a month thing. You're not going to see as many knee-jerk reactions as far as FAQs that we're getting now.
Yes.
Because these are going to be tried and true tested data that's going to be like, yes, this is definitely breaking the game over a long term. It's supposed to be. You know, instead of... What's that, Coach?
I said through playtesting, yes. They should playtest the whole wave as a whole, right? Like, okay, these are the ships we're going to put out in the next 6 months. Not all of them in one day.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is I don't think 12 and 13 were ever intended to be together. I really think that 13, I think the movie being pushed back really messed up their schedule. Because if you remember, the movie was supposed to have released in May, and they pushed it back to December. Yeah. So I think that kind of jacked up their entire release schedule.
Well, The Force Awakens came out in December. So if The Last Jedi didn't come out exactly...
But The Force Awakens came out on time.
Right. Last Jedi was originally pegged for May of this year. It was supposed to be already out, but they had to push it they had some reshoots and some post things they wanted to redo.
That makes it even more confusing, though, because if it was supposed to come out in May and we didn't get the ships until December, that's kind of crazy. Because why wouldn't they not have the real names of the pilots on the cards and then have these weird names on them like they did the last time?
Well, because they don't release any content to anybody.
Yeah, because Disney.
Yeah, like Wade had said, they only, or maybe it wasn't Wade, I can't remember. I think somebody said somewhere, one of the designers or Wade said that all they had was Poe's name for the Force Awakens core set. That's all they had. They had no idea what he was or if he was good or not. And it's actually really funny because in the original draft of Force Awakens, Poe was supposed to die. He was supposed to just crash land and die on Jakku, but they loved Oscar Isaac so much that they just didn't kill him.
Hence, probably the pod skill 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, and you're getting firsthand as a retailer, if it was an X-Wing ship okay, I'm a small retailer, I'm not a big one, but I can probably extrapolate my data to everyone, every big retailer. So it's, if you can sell 90% of your ships every week instead of 30% of every single ship you order a week, it's huge. And for us who play X-Wing, meta-wise, it constantly keeps you on your toes.
It would probably be better for their sales too, right?
Oh, I would think so. I would think nobody can drop $150 in 1 week on the brand new Wave.
Nope.
For
But
one chip for one copy of one chip.
Yeah, but everyone can drop $30 on 2 ships, or buy 1 ship a week, every other 3 weeks. So, it's just one of those things that we were talking about, and I understand that they're probably trying it out with L5R.
So, here's a question I have. Does anybody remember how much fun it was when we had Wave Late hit the scene, and then we had Wave 9 and the Force Awakens stuff hit the scene all at the same time?
It was like several.
How fun was that?
It was like man, Vader was so good for 1 week.
Yep.
Like actually 1 week.
Oh man. And then you had, what was it? The Raider came out.
It was the Raider, the core set, and then K-Wing and all that stuff. Boom, 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 all in the span of like a month and a half.
Yeah, you had literally 8 to 9 different ships that you could buy.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I just don't want to run into that ever again. I mean, I understand where if they're going to do a wave, you get 1 ship from each faction. But when they start doubling up on them and they start getting into the, hey, we're going to release this epic ship, and then we're going to release these, extra priced boxed ships, and then we're going to have a couple of these $20 ships and a $16 ship.
I'm fairly salty with FFG about releasing the silencer in a box for $30.
I completely agree. It's like,
I mean, it would have been a great opportunity if it came with like extra debris and stuff. Like if it came with a new kind of obstacle.
I'm still holding out that maybe there's something in there that makes it worthwhile. Because I mean, you're getting double the price for the same ability that Core and Horn can do for $15.
It's I mean, even if it was like a large base ship, like I don't know. I think actually, honestly, if we want to talk, I think FFG screwed the pooch from having a medium base ship long ago. Like there's so many ships that could have been a medium that just aren't.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of that was that they didn't really they didn't know the scope of what X-Wing was going to be when they started.
No
and like the designers have said that. It's like well, when we came in, we didn't realize, like,
no idea.
The people who started thought this was just going to be a quick thing, and that it's this. And that's one of those arguments of, oh, we should do an X-Wing 2.0, and like I'm starting to get on board with that of if they did it, I'd be completely on board.
Me too. I actually wouldn't be there's the Illuminati in me would like to think that they are all the junk that they're like they're just throwing stuff out there right now with the maybe I don't know, I would love to think that maybe they could just start testing some wacky mechanics, like some stuff in X-Wing 1.0 now, with the hope that maybe, I don't know, 3 years or whatever, someday we could get a 2.0 and they could just test all this junk. I don't know. They can just do all kinds of stuff.
And that kind of brings us back around to this rapid release thing.
Right.
If they went to a 2.0, I think they would have to do it that way of okay, we suddenly got to get a lot of ships out there because, people are expecting variety because they've been playing X-Wing forever. Bam, 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 putting out a lot of stuff, just like they did with L5R, because all these players are coming from from AEG L5R with a huge card base to FFG and going, where's my huge card base? Okay, here you go. Whole crap ton of stuff released over the course of 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I think X-Wing's strong enough. They're not going to do an X-Wing 2.0.
I think they'll have to someday.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Eventually, all games die eventually, unless you're Magic the Gathering.
But this is probably Magic the Gathering.
When you're attached to an IP, you are...
Your days are numbered from day one.
That has movies scheduled till 20 fucking 29.
If they don't do a 2.0,
And then in
they have to
2030, you're dead because you run out.
Rian Johnson just got signed on to do a whole new trilogy.
I think if they don't do a 2.0, they have to do a rotating card list for competitive play at some point, just to keep design space open.
Oh yeah.
They're already trying to convince us to go to Legion. And you can see them trying to make something else.
Well, that's bullshit too, because after playing X-Wing, there's no way I'm going to go back to a 40K format.
Nobody's going back to
Legion. I'm not. I'm
not buying.
I'm not about it. I will buy some of the models. I will definitely buy that snow speeder because the model is gorgeous.
I'm really glad that
did we just become best friends, Farmer?
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
That snow speeder. I needs me a snow speeder.
Only because Wedge came
Luke
up
Carrington,
with
if you're listening to this, you're painting my snow speeder.
Only because Wedge came up with the idea of the tow cable on the back of the snow speeder, right, Chico?
Not going there today. Nope.
Wait, what are we talking about? About tow cables?
It's a Zach Matthews joke. You probably won't get it.
Oh man.
I feel like
I found my niche with Chico being on the podcast. I'm just gonna poke that bear every once in a while.
All right. I think we're getting to that time. I think we're gonna skip the whole should Vassal be stopped.
The answer's no. Move on.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't. It's excellent for the game, but FFG can never acknowledge it as a real.
They can just never acknowledge that it exists. But
I mean, same thing with all the list builders, cryodecks, all that stuff. They can't acknowledge it because it's Disney won't allow it, but it's necessary for their game.
But without that stuff, the game dies. Without the list builders, without like cryodecks, without Vassal, the game straight up dies. And I have no doubt in my mind about that.
Yeah, list juggler. I mean, that's huge for people.
They don't even have their own online list builder.
Go on forever for this. We all agree.
They don't even have their own list builder. Get it together, FFG.
Yeah.
They don't have. What if these list builders didn't exist? You're saying I have to go through my entire card catalog every time I want to build a squad, FFG? Are you kidding? They don't have. Listen, let's pretend. Let's just straight up pretend.
Fair. That's a very fair statement.
There's a cease and desist on every single list builder, period. How would I, as a normal player, build any squad ever?
Right.
It'd be ridiculous.
That's fucking valid right there.
The first time you ever, it's like, remember the first time you ever got a bunch of ships and you're looking at, okay, what upgrade icons are on this ship? And ooh, what card is this? Is this a torpedo? Okay. And it takes you 6 hours to build your first squad.
Hey, Farmer, if he makes you feel any better, I didn't have a smartphone to download the list builder app on until Wave 9.
Oh, there wasn't even a list builder app for for iPhone until Aurora Squadron. I just used yet another for forever, Jordan's, which is the best.
You fucking scrub should have been in the game when it fucking became the game, and then you wouldn't have to use.
I wish I was around at Wave 1.
Yeah, when Jack Porkins was ruling the day.
Oh, Jack Porkins wasn't even around then.
No.
Oh, I know.
Entrepreneur was the fucking beat.
Let's not start on Jack fucking Porkins.
Wait.
That motherfucker should not have an EPT. I don't care what anyone says.
I need that on a loop.
Hey,
Jack fucking Porkins.
Handle it.
He was awesome, except in that battle. If you read all the background stories, he was a fucking ace.
He got retconned into an ace. Garvin Dreas does not have an EPT. You're saying Garvin? You're saying Red Leader?
Okay. Yes, Garvin should have one over Jack Porkins. Yes. But Dutch and fucking Horton Psalm? Holy hell.
Yeah, come on. Fucking Horton needs an EPT. Get out of here. FFG, you had the chance. That card you released could have had an EPT. You could have done it, Wade. You should have just printed it without their consent. It would have been fine.
Can you imagine what
the X-Wing 2.0 announcement needs to just be a card of Horton with an EPT. Boom.
It's done.
It's like, what?
And literally just, oh my God. Can you imagine the 2.0 announcement? It would just be like a video, and it would just be like, important. EPT 2.0. Hype.
Just done. That's
Done.
it. I lose my mind.
I lose it. Oh man.
The interwebs would ejaculate
Actually,
at the same time.
The one thing I do want to say would be sad about a 2.0 is that they'd be stuck with using only current canon characters because of the Disney license. They wouldn't be able to use, like, Soontir Fel is not currently canon in Star Wars. He doesn't exist.
No,
not currently canon.
No, he doesn't.
They didn't have him as part of the like animated TV shows because they had like Young Wedge and all those guys in there. They didn't have Soontir in there.
They've yet to have Soontir be recanonized. So actually, I'll talk about it here, but I'm gonna make a major push on my podcast and several other podcasts. We need to start, and then we need to get on Reddit, and we need to make a push to recanonize Soontir as soon as possible. We need like people tweeting Pablo Hidalgo and Fioli.
I just found out who that was like 2 weeks ago.
Come on, Fioli, recanonize Soontir Fel. Soontir Fel.
Nope. Once you start that goddamn song.
Holy.
All right.
Comes
Looking on his Wikipedia page, usually they have a tab for Legends and Current Canon. He has no tab for Current Canon.
Exactly, he doesn't exist.
Why? And
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They did freaking Admiral
Thrawn.
Yeah.
Thrawn. That's what I'm saying. Like
Thrawn. It's like he's in there.
If we get 2.0, we're not getting a Soontir right now, and that's very sad.
Is that sad because how often is Soontir played?
Hey.
Oh, he's coming back. Remember?
He's coming back, baby. He just
so many playing him.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
I'm an Empire player. He's not coming back, boys.
Not when you put him in between three.
You know what? If I bring Kylo and Soontir and Omega Leader in a squad, who are you gonna go after? Are you gonna go after Soontir when you can go after Kylo? Idiot! I don't think so.
I'm gonna go with my double tap Ghost Auto Blaster and whoever runs into my range 1.
Listen, if I'm dumb enough as a pilot to get into range 1 with Kylo of your double tap Auto Blaster, I'm a bad player.
It'll happen.
We need a new alt art.
It always happens.
We need a new alt art card of Kylo doing his looking into the busted helmet saying I'll finish what you started, but instead of Vader, it's Soontir Fel's helmet.
All right.
Ooh.
That's cute and all, but I'm strong arming this bitch because I have to pee and Mark has something to say. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Get Off My Playmat, featuring Mark Tippett.
And go figure, I lag right as you do that introduction. Outstanding.
You're not lagging. Just go for it, man.
You're doing pretty good right now, Mark.
Hey, tell you what, my minor rant for this this particular episode. About a week and a half ago, I went and played X-Wing for the first time since Gen Con. Ooh. And imagine, to everyone's surprise, I brought 4 Y-Wings with TLTs and seismic charges. One thing I have to say about being with you guys is that I walked into the shop and the guy that was the TO turned around and said, "Hey, Uncle Mark's here." Everybody stopped and turned around and yelled, "Uncle Mark." Aww. Now, if he would have said, "Hey, Mark's here," there wouldn't. But Uncle Mark is, I think I need to get that trademarked. I'm not sure.
Trademarked.
Yeah, there you go. But what I want to talk about is the play experience that I had. And of course, everybody talks about negative play experience. And I guess according to most of the podcasters I hear, if you see 4 TLTs on Y-Wings, it's a negative play experience. I don't care. But when I sat down, my first match, it was really interesting. And it was my toughest match of the day because the guy had really random stuff. He had a Pilot Skill 2 B-Wing. He had a Pilot Skill 1 Wookiee ship. He had Just Pava. and I don't remember if it was Poe or if it was just another X70, and pushed me to almost time. The only reason I won is my Gold Squadron pilot shot before the Wookiee did, and I won that match. My next match was against a fellow that I've played against before. He's beaten me a couple of times, and he brought Ray and Nora, and I lured them into the rocks and dispatched them shortly. It was about a 20-minute game. And then the TO said, "Hey, you want to go on the podcast?" I said, "Sure." He says, "I'm really nervous because, you know, it's you and this other fellow that have been known to turn the air blue from time to time, and he's trying to keep everything PG. So Kyle can attest to this. The mute button did come on."
That's correct. It did. I asked him when I was on that live chat, I'm like, "Hey, I can't hear anything right now. Is there a problem with the microphone?" He's like, "Oh no, we want to keep this PG that way, you know." I'm like, "Oh, I completely understand."
And I actually was behaving, but my opponent got really frustrated, and I did my standard movement of making him come follow me, and he had a really unusual build. It was Poe and another T-70 and Bay. But he brought
lagged out.
Frustrated he got, the more the mute button went on. But as I was beating him, he started throwing his shield tokens into the box.
Yeah, that was happening.
He started knocking his ships off the board, and at the end, and I got to the point where I was trying to remind him to take his actions, and every time he rolled good dice, I said, "Wow, that you well played, good roll," but he just kept getting more and more surly.
What was he flying, Mark?
He was flying Charlotte Bay, an X70, and Poe, another X70. But he brought him single file, so I got rid of the first X70. I took care of Charlotte Bay, and then I took care of Poe.
Yep. When he followed you through the asteroid field and gave up his T-70 with all 4 of your shots on it, and then brought his next ship in, just single file right through that. I was like, "Oh man!"
And it was brutal, and I rolled really, really well.
You did, because one of the things that I said in the last episode was the thing that I can remember most from that match was Mark saying, "That's 3." Rolls the dice. "That's 3." And because he couldn't roll 3 defense dice, he would just take his shield and chuck it. Every time he said "that's 3," he would just throw the shield into his box.
And at the end of the game, I shook his hand and I said, "Nice game." And he goes, "No, it wasn't." And he just packed his stuff up and walked away. And I tried to engage him to just give a little advice or just want to talk a thing.
Can't help those people, Mark.
Out of the game.
No, one of those things that I figured out from all the saltiness that I've experienced in my X-Wing days is that there's nothing you can do about it.
And except slap him in the face. Hey.
Yeah.
Well, he was a pretty big guy. I'm a pretty big guy. But,
yeah, exactly. You don't get much bigger than you, Mark. Well, you did.
But I just looked at the TO and I said, "I want to help." And he goes, "You can't help him. This is just the way he is with everything." And I'm like, "Then why is he playing this?" This is a community that, yes, I get frustrated, but when the game's over, the game's over. you know, I shake hands.
Now that the game mark is getting flooded with more and more people, the more it becomes popular. It's going to be harder for this to happen. But one of the things that I noticed about this community back when I first started is we the people with voices and the people that are in the community from the beginning have the power to force people out by just speaking out about their attitude. I've literally had conversations with people about this kind of stuff before, about their attitudes and things, and you don't have to be silent about it. And they won't play the game again. And I know you're hurting FFG financially by having this person not come back, but do you really want them there?
Well, it was my first time playing this gentleman, and the tactics weren't his strong suit. We'll just leave it at that. And again, I was rolling really, really well, and I ended up winning the day. But it felt good to get back to the table. It really did. The rest of everybody else was excited about being there, getting together. There was 11 of us or 12 of us, and it was a nice three game afternoon. But it just really kind of bums you out a little bit when a player just doesn't seize the moment to congratulate you, or at least feign congratulations, and just.
You lagged for a second, Mark.
Yeah. Nope.
I lagged.
No,
that was me.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
I'm back. But our community is so strong, and there are so many dynamic people. I'm hoping I get a chance to meet you, Ryan, at Worlds this year. I'm the really tall, gray-headed guy with the father of the hero of the empire. You know,
I'll
that
buy you a
bullshit.
beer.
We'll make
You
Tyler
don't
buy
have
it.
that much money for beer, dude. You better say that fucking shit for me.
What do you think the Patreon is for, baby?
The beer Treon? Did you just call it the beer Treon?
The beer
Hey,
Treon.
we'll make Tyler buy us the beer because I am a Patreon scum and villainy, as well as you guys. And we'll make Tyler buy it.
God.
Oh, did you get your stuff, by the way?
Oh, he got it. He got it. He fucking flashed it to me.
Nice.
Hey, he mocked us.
And there's Tyler was talking about the Patreon, and my wife jokingly said, "Well, what's that?" And I said, "Well, that's where individuals support the various podcasters so that they can keep doing their shtick." And she said, "Well, why don't you do that?" And I went, "Score you guys." And so I jumped on and immediately.
What did he immediately do?
Immediately what? What did he do?
We're on the cliffhanger.
But immediately doesn't mean anything in this game.
Oh my God. Your internet knows when exactly to cut out.
I've been watching it for 30 minutes. It hadn't done shit. And now as I get to talk, it's like beep, beep, beep.
What did you immediately do? The people must know.
Immediately
no, fuck that.
Patreon.
That's why they have to download the episode. Don't tell them, Mark.
Patreon, Minoc, and Scum and Villainy, and Gold Squadron, even though I...
Even though you what?
Even though he doesn't like you.
This is why he's only
5
bi-weekly.
frickin' seconds every time I start to make a comment. 5 frickin' seconds, it freezes. And Montana's going to clump it all together, and so you guys are going to be talking about something, and I'll be in the background going, and no one will hear me.
Fucking great.
Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel.
So
I swear to God, you're in there's like, he's almost there. He's almost there. Got out.
So, OCX Radio listeners, thank you for listening to Mark's Ranking for this week, and have a lovely time. Back to you, Coach.
Oh, thank you, Mark. You know, we cherish. We cherish that senior circuit member. He really keeps the old ladies in check and makes them hot and ready for us whenever we put out a new episode.
And I'm glad to hear that Ryan is the other person that has bought stock.
In OCX Radio? Really, Ryan? Tell me.
No, Vigaro.
Vigaro, baby.
Not OCX Radio. Don't invest in that shit. There's no future.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
Vigaro works.
Ponzi scheme.
Listen, if you guys want to buy some Vigaro from me, I can guarantee that it works.
Oh my God! The day I hear a Vigaro commercial on the Minax Modern podcast is the day I probably veer off the road and kill myself.
You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a Vigaro commercial just for you guys.
Oh, please, God, no.
But I'm not going to tell you when. I'm not going to tell you when. It's just going to happen at some point.
Dude, I listen to your podcast at work, and I sit directly next to my boss. It is painful not to lose my mind and just start laughing.
I was about to say you listen to it like next to your boss. What is he? But you probably have headphones.
Oh,
I'm guessing.
Yeah,
you know what would be even better is if you got a hold of Andrea at Gold Squadron and says, "Hey, Andrea, we're doing another Vigaro commercial."
I tell you what, during that recording session where Dion was having her record that section of the thing, she was so uncomfortable. It was so funny.
Oh, she nailed it though. She killed it. I was
totally
like, wow,
nailed it.
She's the most professional member of this entire group.
She kept giggling so bad.
I just remember at Gen Con, like she finally made her way to me. And she's like, "Do you know how long it took me to get to you?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Because of your stupid fucking commercial, every 5 fucking feet I had stops. Oh, Andrea, you did the Vigaro commercial on the OCX Radio podcast." It's like, no, I would love to hear D in a woman's voice do.
No, we'll just make Shay do it.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, let's do Shay. Yes. Okay, there you go. There you go.
We're in, boys.
You're in.
Sakacho Vizago uses Virago or for.
Just as I thought. Counterban Viago,
right.
Whatever the hell it is.
We're gonna try to speed racer through this shit, but we do have some minor fucking beef. We got some Minoc beef.
Ooh,
slash
no, it's
OCX
100% Iowa corn.
Iowa great beef.
All right,
up with you, Minoc.
I may have made a mistake.
You may have made a mistake. That's all right though.
I will plug it next week on the podcast. I promise. Honestly, there was a spot in our show notes where I had left a blank because I was like, "There's something else I'm supposed to be doing and saying in our shout outs, but I can't remember."
Oh no, this isn't shout outs. This is content wise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I forgot to shout out the page.
Oh. Yes, you should fucking shout out the page. Yes, you should do that. But this is your whole fucking extra funsy list.
Oh, really? Oh, is this another thing?
Oh, really? You know, plays it off like he's not fucking copyright stealing fucking shit from us.
All right, motherfucker. There are a billion.
And on that note, good night, guys.
Oh, good night, Mark.
Good night.
Night, man.
Huzzah! Thank you, old man.
But seriously, there's so many podcasts. Like, we're not stealing from anyone. We have a whole thing. We had a whole poll, like a survey, and there's a whole list of things that I have that I was like, oh, what do more people want to see? And like one of the top things was, why don't you guys ever talk about like lists or fun lists to fly?
Like OCX Radio does.
Listen, you guys don't own fun lists. And honestly,
God, we're trolling you, man. Fuck.
You're telling me, Farmer, that a rebel operative with what was
Han Solo,
Han Solo, sync turret, And
that did not come from us.
No, that came from the breadth of our breasts.
That was a
of our.
That's where I heard it was from you pieces of shit. God damn. I heard that in the car and went.
When Pulse Ray Shield doesn't sound like an amazing addition to your list.
You know what? You guys do bad lists. We do fun lists.
Yeah, no, we straight up do fucking shit lists, dude.
There's a very distinct difference. Actually, the segment was supposed to be D's segment. Like I made it specifically because he does it on his Dragon Files. He talks about fun lists that are just interesting. But he wasn't on because his son made him angry, so he's too angry to come on the podcast.
Capital punishment, man.
And then he said, I can't come on because last time I tried to podcast Angry, it was our worst ever episode.
That's valid.
Fuck that. I want it straight from the horse's mouth.
Anyway, you guys are better at the segment than us. So, do you guys have any fun lists to talk about?
Oh, dude, we're way past time right now to even talk about it. And I'm sure Chico's not going to be offended if we don't. So
we don't want to talk about this cut list? Come on. Do you want me to put 5 minutes on the clock? Do you want me to Barons this? All right, we're putting 5 minutes on the clock.
Yes. All right. Ready?
All right.
Fucking go.
Go, Chico. You have 5
Chico,
minutes.
read it.
Okay, so first I got a TIE Punisher, Cutlass, enhanced scope so he moves first, extra munitions and advanced proton torpedoes. If you land range 1 on this thing, first of all, you're shit and you're dead. And just in case he's getting shot at, auto thrusters, bitch. Okay, so ship number 2, TIE Phantom.
No.
Whisper. Yeah, Whisper.
No
advanced cloaking device. Don't need it, don't want it. Expose.
No.
Don't need that agility, don't want it. Enhanced scopes so that I can decloak right when I go to move. Pilot skill 0. Yeah, pre-nerf Phantom. Suck it. Navigator, because you know you're going to make a mistake and realize it at pilot skill 0. And engine upgrade for just that extra little boost of energy. And bringing up the rear, a Lambda-class shuttle. And because, guess what? We're moving first. Enhanced scopes. And you like, crits. Crits are bad these days, so you want to get rid of one with Moff Jerjerrod. Comes out at 100 points. Watch out for that bid, because people might try to undercut you so they can move first with their enhanced scopes.
And you know what? The squad will get even better by the 7th, because then they can put a fucking courier droid on that Omicron group.
And Moff Jerjerrod can chuck that.
Oh, that was my beef when I first read it. I was like, okay, it looks like we're going for the I'm going to move first shenanigans, but we're not going to make any effort whatsoever to take a bid. That makes
okay. Drop Whisper's engine upgrade, 4-point bid. We're moving first.
You know what?
You can't just drop the engine upgrade.
Yes, you can.
No,
you have to
you're
move
wrong,
first
Chico.
with enhanced scopes. It's a
You gotta
pilot
just
skill 0 bid.
Drop the Cutlass, drop the Omicron, and just run the 44-point Whisper. You have exposed. You'll just blow up. I mean, as long as they're not pilot skill 9, whatever. I mean, you know what? That navigator should be intel, though.
Well, now you're trying to change it to make it good.
I guess. Oh, navigator's so bad.
Fucking
All right.
I'm pretty sure this is probably capable of at least 25 naked hawks.
Oh, yeah,
Ryan Farmer.
How many?
Wait, shut up.
Okay. How many naked hawks? How many naked hawks?
How many naked hawks could beat this list?
I'll go with 25.
Yeah, 25.
I could beat this squad with 18 naked hawks.
Oh.
I feel that challenge, and when we get to Worlds, I will run this list against your 18 naked hawks.
I will
Are we gonna have a naked hawk off?
Don't make me naked hawk off you.
Bring it.
Naked hawk
There's nothing
off.
worse than a naked hawk off.
Who's bringing all the hawks? It'll be a community effort. Everyone at Worlds, bring your hawks because we need a naked hawk off.
And Kyle will paint all of them.
Hawks out,
my
baby.
God.
Just let the hawks out.
Oh, it took me forever to paint that ship. I'm not lying.
I swear to God, that was the same picture you sent like the fucking week before. You didn't do anything to that.
That was Saturday. I sent you the same picture of me painting that naked hawk.
Yeah, Whispers dice can fail after with 18 single.
Oh, one attack die at range 3.
Yeah, it's fine.
But he's gonna get range 1 and have.
Oh no! You know what?
dice.
I need. You know what? I made a
Six attack
mistake.
dice.
I made a crucial mistake. It needs to be more than 18 because the Cutlass has auto thrusters.
I'm gonna take you down.
I made a terrible mistake. I made a terrible mistake.
You didn't see that coming. You just glossed over it.
Oh
You're
no,
done, son.
I looked at the squad and specifically went, "Oh, there's no auto thrusters. 18's probably a fucking Cutlass." Son of a bitch.
All right.
Not to mention he's got that 6 points invested in nuking one of your naked hawks off the board before it shoots.
8 points, extra munitions.
Oh,
Oh man.
So that's got to be a solid. I'm gonna give this one 26.
25.
26.
Oh, 26.
25, 26 sounds right with the auto thruster.
I'll go with 26 hawks.
I had to compensate. I need 10 more because of the auto thruster.
The auto thruster.
Oh, that's 5 minutes. That's it. That is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, stop!
That was
That's
perfect.
right. Oh my God! Oh wow, that's way better.
Yeah.
I don't know why D's so mad at me. I thought he could come on and rip you, Farmer, on the but he's not answering my my messengers.
Oh, he just doesn't look on Facebook anymore ever.
It's not Messenger he responds to anymore, Coach. Weren't you listening to the episode?
Maybe I should just give you his phone number.
There
Yes,
you go.
give me his phone number on
This
YouTube
kid
Live.
Well,
No, you know what? Because inevitably Eli's probably made him very angry today about something. And so
Well, then I tell you what. You text him right now. Say he's invited to the after hours OCX live radio show.
Oh, there's an after hours show?
Yeah.
yeah. This party don't stop till 6 in the morning.
Didn't you see last episode? We went for 4 fucking hours.
It's too many hours.
After that, you can bail whenever you want to.
I just need to get some chips.
And salsa.
Just make sure to mute your fucking
Nope.
mic before
No,
you eat.
you'll be in the same hell I'm living in.
Welcome to my world, baby.
Crouch.
That'd be
I'm
like
not trapped in here with you. You're trapped.
Trapped in here with me.
we had to deal with Kyle and his goddamn nachos. I'm pretty sure we can handle Farmer and his fucking chips.
Oh man, I will. Okay, so fun fact: when he got nachos, I legitimately went home and made nachos because he was eating nachos. Like I got product placemented. He could have been like, this Ortega that I'm eating. I would have.
Okay.
Kyle, did you miss that? Did you miss that, Kyle?
Of course he missed that.
Ah,
I totally missed it. I was taking a piss.
say it again, Farmer.
It's fine. No, fuck that. He doesn't deserve that.
No, it's fine.
come
I'm nice. No, when you were having nachos, I went home and legitimately made a huge thing of nachos because you fucking product placemented me. You went, these nachos I'm having. I went, you know what? That does sound good. I'm gonna go home and make some nachos.
That sounds fucking fantastic.
We got him.
Got him.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, I this is what was going through my head when I went and made that plate of nachos, because everybody was freaking out because I disappeared. And I was like, you know what? I really feel like Coach and Chico are going to go on an extremely long rant. I don't think I need to hear any of it. So I'm going to go make myself a plate of nachos. And that's exactly what I did.
You know, so much of me loves having Chico on the show. And so much of me hates having Chico on the show because it's become such like he knows that I need to talk every 2 minutes. And it's like he will go on a rant, and we're on video, and he sees me like, I'm ready to go. And he just keeps talking. I'm like,
but here's another thing, Farmer, is like you're the host of the Minox show, and when you tell people things are done, they're done. You move on. It's kind of neat. But like, I am not the host of the show. Coach is the host of the show
for a very good reason.
Every once in a while, I have to be like that. Oh God, it's time to put the kids in the bedroom for timeout.
But what about blackout? What about it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh.
Yeah, you don't deal with the shit that I deal with, Ryan.
Oh.
I think he legit went and fucking made himself a plate of nachos.
I legitimately
yes,
did.
he did. I can't wait for him to be crunching on that shit while we're talking.
So,
I used all my nacho stuff, so I'll just have to eat normal person chips.
Yes, right. Don't worry about the file size. It's
casual.
As long as it's MP3.
No, it's not a file size. It just bounces at real time, so I need like 131 minutes at least before I give it to you.
What?
Don't
you listen to us. We're like the next. We fucking record YouTube before we release our last episode.
I just don't know what your release schedule is. I just wait for it comes up on my iPod every once in a while.
It's because Montana has I don't know stuff going on.
Fine, everything's good.
Did you text D?
Oh, I forgot. Let me do it.
Text him, get his ass on. We need him for after hours.
I could totally crate call Chris Allen again.
No! Fuck you! You do not do that.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to. He has family time right now, so I do not want to disturb family time.
Oh, yeah, I disturbed family time last time. Totally
oh, no. Chris, we can disturb anytime. He doesn't have a life.
But it's so bad when we do, though. Like, it goes for another fucking hour and a half.
It was great, though. It was great.
It was great. Hey.
Yeah, great. Hey, Ryan, did you know that for just 10 cents a day, you can sponsor a Spaniard?
I can sponsor a Spaniard?
Yeah,
for the system open.
They don't have regionals, so for just 10 cents a day, we're sponsoring Spanish players.
That way they can make it to an out-of-country regional.
Oh, man, they were so salty. They were so salty they didn't get anything.
Yeah, them in Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah. If only
what's bigger? What's
if
bigger,
only that
Spain
side of the
or
country
Ohio?
had more stuff. Like get out of here.
I need to see.
The West Coast didn't have a big event. The System Open in San Diego was the first big event. Like, I mean, I guess regional sort of, but like we have to travel all the way to like Indianapolis and Minnesota to go to our big shit. So shut up, Ohio.
Yeah, I'm completely okay sitting here in the middle of Detroit, Indianapolis, and Chicago. I got plenty of good shit.
You got plenty of places to go.
Yeah,
Ryan, you're always welcome at the Key Inn with us.
Yeah, dude, you guys totally need to book your room at the Key Inn.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Fuck this shit. I'm sorry, Kyle. We're not staying at the Kyle. We're not staying
at the Kyle Inn.
The Kyle Inn. We're not.
You would have never been able to mate Bigfoot Becky if it wasn't for the Key Inn.
And I would have been better of a person if I didn't. I did not need to have
Bigfoot
that transgender. No, whatever. Dude, we are running the fucking world's party at the Radisson. Why would we not stay at the Radisson?
Because I want to sleep in a Key Inn bed.
Oh, Jesus.
Said no one ever.
That's what it is.
Right? Said no one ever.
in his stiff ass fucking bed with me. I feel you.
Wall they have to climb to get into the shower. Next
No.
to people selling dope.
It's the bed
next
that's
room.
making you stiff, right, Coach?
But how's
We're ending this show right now.
How's their breakfast there? Do they actually have a breakfast?
They did have a breakfast.
Raisin Bran. I ate Raisin Bran.
Because the fucking other place like had an amazing breakfast, but they charge you through the fucking nose for it.
Ours was
you get
free.
a free bagel.
I walked my ass down to Burger King every single day for that.
I'm pretty sure if you walked into the Key Inn and just got breakfast, they wouldn't give a fuck.
That's true.
Are you rooming here? Are you rooming here?
They don't. They didn't even know where their fucking rollout closet was.
The rollout closet? You mean the rollout
closet
bed?
for the goddamn rollouts? No,
Yeah.
we're getting into after hour shit, and I'm ending this stuff right now.
Yep.
All right, take control. Strong arm us.
Let me get my best. Let me get my best.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning in for another OCX Radio podcast live.
The fuck are you doing?
The chat.
This is my job.
Do I get any shout-outs? Am I allowed to do any shout-outs?
Oh, shit. Shout-outs. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Fire away.
All right.
No, fuck that.
No, fuck you. I'm doing a shout-out. I'm doing
You get to go first.
No, I do get to go. I'm the guest. I can do whatever I want.
Well, you're kind of a guest.
I want to give a shout-out to the X-Wing Podcasting Network.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh, do it on the
if you go to X-Wing Podcasts with an S.com, you can see where all the podcasts are. They're tagged individually with the content that are on their podcasts, and I know a lot of us hosts have been doing a lot of work on it. Some less than others, but I just want to make sure that I gave that a shout out because it's a really great resource to figure out podcasts and what.
That's a slow clap for you, Ryan. Slow clap for you.
Got him.
Asa would be so proud.
Such a good episode.
Seriously now, what do you want to shout out?
Oh, I was seriously shouting that out, but I'll also give a shout out to my podcast, the Minor Squadron podcast. If you listen to this,
oh Jesus fucking Christ! No, you don't get to shout out your podcast.
Sure, I do.
The flagship fucking podcast.
Asa plugged back the dials like 48
Listen, if
times.
If you have problems with me shouting
Asa
out,
needs to plug back the
with me giving that shout out, you can send your complaints to feedback@backfiles.com.
No, that's where we send porn and incriminating evidence.
I may or may not have signed several petitions with that email.
Yes.
Well, you listen, feedback@backtodels.com is trying really hard to stop Japanese whaling.
I don't think they are. I think they're trying to stop fraudulent emailing. I think that's what they're trying to stop.
For real though, I really want to talk about just for like 1 minute that podcasting network that I haven't done any work on at all whatsoever. So sorry on that, but I think that we have a whole crop of amazing podcasts right now, and I've said it before, like we have a lot of really talented people or people with microphones that are doing a lot of content, a lot of really good talk on X-Wing, and it may not be every podcast may not be for everyone, but I think there is a podcast for every kind of person for this game, and so make sure you check that out for real.
That was the main reason for my idea.
It was a great idea. Thanks, Asa, for executing it.
Thank you, Asa, for executing it.
No, you have all the good ideas. You were correct. You do have all the good ideas.
Like I'm saying, I just give ideas and people can't. I don't want to stop on people's
we need
credibility.
A podcast party and, dude, X-Wing tailgating may be the best idea ever. We need a grill.
Yes.
We need a grill.
No, we're gonna totally legit this thing up. We're
I'm ready.
gonna have a flag and everything. So, X-Wing tailgating at Worlds is gonna take on a whole new fucking light. These guys who have never tailgated at a football stadium before, they're gonna get a little idea what this is all about.
Who's gonna be doing the cooking? Because I'm not doing the cooking.
I'll cook.
Yeah.
I actually
hot dogs?
believe you.
I'll cook when he's
hot
too
dogs,
drunk to cook.
brats, hamburgers. I'm gonna have fucking bloomin' onions for my boys down south. I'm gonna have some kebabs and some shrimp.
There we go.
I'm not fucking around this world.
Hey, Coach, just a question. What was it that hotel you went to for whatever event that you were staying at where you had the people on the pole dancing thing in the room?
I was in Fargo, dude.
Yeah, but what was going on there? You had like people picking at each other's belly buttons, and you had someone dancing on a pole.
That was Fargo, and that was a messed up fucking state. That was wrong. And I'm not going to go into that because I'm trying to erase that from my mind.
Did you see Ryan Ledford's chat? He said, I told him, I said, people are still talking about that video with your shirt off, right? And then he goes, I'm a sexy Twi'lek dancer at the party. And I said, oh my God, if we could get you a Twi'lek headpiece and you pole dancing saying Iwanawanga, that would be great.
This fucking world's party is starting to turn out to be something that I did not even plan.
Oh my God!
Listen. I'm just incredibly hyped about the Worlds party. Like, if people can make it to Worlds, it's the best event for X-Wing. Just period. It's so good.
Run by Gold Squadron, sponsored by OCX.
Yes, that is the correct way to run that one. Yes. Oh man, I really feel bad that not everyone's going to be able to experience that. So if you see me, I'll sneak you in.
Don't tell Dion.
Don't tell Dion. Because he'll get mad at me.
Yeah, Farmer. I tell you what, though, you're absolutely 100% correct. I had a blast, having people walk around saying they'd give hand jobs for the beers we smuggled in the backpack that we had.
Don't
that was
throw
really fun.
Ricky under the bus.
But we had a lot of fun meeting you guys there for the first time in Radisson in that little podcasting party type deal before.
No, that wasn't the first time we met them. Or was that?
That was the first time. We met Brad Miller at the regional down in Kansas City, but we'd never talked to Ryan Farmer and Dune in person.
Technically, the first time I met Ryan Farmer was I got done taking a piss while I was in the competition, and I walked out the door, and I went, wow, that guy looks like Ryan Farmer. Ryan! And he turned and said, yeah? I got something for you.
That counts.
He goes, okay, I'll see you later. I
don't think that's how it happened at all. I don't believe
that's exactly how it fucking happened.
You got to remember,
we met each other exiting and entering the bathroom. I says, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that has the Lando Calrissian for you.
That was, man. I tell you what. Coach.
And probably at that time you were like, "Oh fuck! I hope he doesn't need a blowjob." Jesus Christ,
dude! I can't do a blowjob. Listen, I'm a fairly insecure person, and so I thought for sure you were just trying to figure it. I thought you were gonna make fun of me somehow. I thought that you it was all a setup, and I was being conned. And I was like, "Oh man, this is all gonna end bad." But it didn't, and you're awesome.
It didn't, because I went back to my car because I knew you were in the bathroom, so I had some time to go get it, give it to you, and then this is what solidifies why Ryan Farmer is the greatest human being in the world. Well, man, in the world, but pretty fucking close. I gave him the card. He said, "Thanks, dude. I appreciate this a lot. I'll totally get you a beer." The problem was I had to go to my next game. So I left. He didn't know what to do because it was a random, new, weird, tall, blonde guy.
You are very distinct.
Then I came back and I found him. He bought me the beer. And at that time, D was with him. And D was like, "Hey, this guy sent me an OCX t-shirt. That's why we gave him an Minoc Squadron." So D and I were melding. And Ryan was like, "Oh, okay, I got to buy this guy beer." I was like, "That's cool." So we buy a beer. The next day, that was Saturday. Next day, Sunday, we see D and Ryan walking out. We go, "Hey, fuckers, get over here and have a beer." And like sheepish little puppies, they walk over like, "Oh, fuck, what's going to happen?" And all we gave them were beers and fun and laughter. And they were like, "Oh, shit, you guys are actually cool. Why don't you guys start a podcast?" And that's where the whole fucking shit show started.
And
so,
you did, and it's great.
Thank you, Ryan. You're the reason why OCX basically exists. And
I'm sorry. But that's why I just changed my profile picture for for our email. If you click on my name, it totally just changed it. Just now.
But no, UND basically said, "Why the fuck are you guys not on the airwaves?" And we said, "Because we're drunk idiots."
And I said, "That's perfect."
About. And you said, "That's what we are." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, if they can do it, we could do it."
Holy shit, it's midnight.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
One for me.
Thanks for having me.
Who didn't give a shout out?
Me.
Chico, shout out.
Shout out to my OG boy, Corn Horn. Silencer shows up. I promise. I promise.
And then my shout out. I just want to give a shout out to all the podcasts who I listened to today. There was 4 of them, and the McBun lovin'. Yeah, that was a little extreme. Love the bun, the Cinnabon. There's a lot of Cinnabon love going around. So shout outs to everybody who had Andrew Bunn on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take this opportunity to present the OCX Radio Night of Too Many Stars Extravaganza, coming to you live on YouTube, December 6th. It is Kroll's birthday.
Boom.
I am turning 35 motherfucking years old.
You can run for president.
Time. It's about
I can run for president.
You're
That's
so much
true.
more competent than our current one.
So, what we're going to be doing is we are going to try to convince as many superstar celebrities, such as the generous Ryan Farmer, to be on the show Wednesday night.
Oh, so we got the day off then.
That's what I said.
You schlubs get the day off. I want high caliber, high quality. I want the creme de la creme on my birthday, boys and ladies, gentlemen, whatever you are called.
Gentlemen.
Shemendelmans. That's my shout out next week. Night of Too Many Stars. I'm going to try to figure out if we can do a charity involved with it. Hence, I'm going to call Dion.
Thanks, Gold Squadron.
Thanks, Gold Squadron. Hey, thanks, Gold Squadron could be a good thing, too. I'm looking at you, Dion. Right here. So, next weekend, December 6th, we're going to be having all the ships here in front of you and playing fun stuff. We're going to have a whole menagerie of shit.
Wouldn't that
so,
be Wednesday next week, not weekend. Isn't the 6th a Wednesday?
Yeah. The ships come out on the 7th, but
Right.
since
If you're,
I'm a
if you're
store owner,
if you're watching the video
day
chat
before.
right now in Google Hangouts, there, Farmer, you know when Coach is gone, when he loses all neck strength to keep his head up.
You know what? Hey, check this out. Check this out. Boom. Muted. What was that, Kyle?
Wrecked.
Kyle, what?
Wrecked.
What? What did you have to say?
Can't say anything.
Can't say anything.
Oops, I muted him too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know what's going on.
I accidentally muted Coach.
Everybody's muting everybody.
I don't know how to unmute him.
You just click on the icon.
Is it? I'm trying.
I can't hear Coach. Coach
God,
is
I muted him. I don't know what I did.
Now.
All right. If you have any suggestions, send it to ocxradio@gmail.com. Any list submissions that we can make fun of on air, it is also ocxradio@gmail.com. Somebody cue the fucking Yub Nubs. We're all this left, Farmer. We can do this. Yub Nub.
Yep. Oh God, I've ruined everything. I've ruined the podcast. Wait, Susie, how do you unmute him?
Yep,
no. Just click the icon.
Yep.
I'm trying.
And an additional screen.
He posted on paper, Yub Nub. Yub Nub. Yub.
I can't hear Coach right now. Can you guys hear me?
No. We can hear you, Kyle. We can't hear Coach.
Yeah, because I accidentally muted him and I don't know how to unmute him. I've made a terrible mistake.
Did you look at the menu in the upper right corner?
Coach.
What did he say? Farmer sucks.
In the upper right corner of his square.
Yeah, I clicked that and it says muted, and when I click it, nothing happens.
Back, bitches!
No!
Oh, he's gone.
I'm the controller of this fucking universe. You can't do anything.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, so that's OCX Radio. I don't know what you were expecting, but
probably this.
I love us.
Did he ever get back to you? Because I really need. Okay.
Oh, it's fucking 1 o'clock. I gotta go to bed.
Oh, what
I also need to go.
No, Ryan, you don't need to go to bed.
Oh my gosh! Did you see fucking Target locks that Mark posted? It's just his Sam Adams bottle caps. Perfect.
Well, fuck. I mean, if everyone has to go, I got no problem with it.
I have work to do.
I've got work in the fucking morning that I have to pretend to do.
Perfect. Sounds like
Ryan's
every job.
doing the OCX symbol.
I am.
OCX.
I'm sorry, Chad, but apparently this is all that's gonna happen.
I thought I was gonna get some props from you, Coach, for changing my icon on the fly during the podcast.
Yeah.
The problem is with Hangouts is that I still see the Minoc.
I think you have to click it.
Okay.
You have to click it.
Click it. It says knock squad.
Oh wow, I don't know why that doesn't work. I can see it on mine when I click it.
Yeah, I can see it on YouTube Live.
Oh yeah, it is on YouTube Live. Boom.
Well, I guess I could mosey on over to wherever the fuck that is. And...
Aren't you over there so you can watch?
Oh, nice! I see it. Okay, you got the gang sign up. Yeah.
Did it? Did it?
He did it.
He did the thing.
Dude, you need a fucking haircut.
I do. Yeah.
You do need a haircut.
No, that's the perfect.
I got a smidge of a receding hairline, so like I try to hide it.
No,
Just embrace it, man.
You do not.
Just embrace it. Look, embrace it. It's fine. Of course, you're what? 22 years old.
I'm 26.
22 years old. Yeah, that's
22
fine.
years old.
That isn't gonna creep back any more than it already has. Trust me.
Montana.
See, I've had this since I was like 24 and it hasn't gone back since.
Oh, geez.
And I should have lost my hair and didn't. So you're good to go, man.
I believe you.
You've made it. You've made it past that age where you're not going to lose any more hair.
Keeps creeping back that widow's peak, and a little worried. Whatever. You know, if it does keep going back, whatever, I'll just shave my head. It'll be fine.
There you go. That's what I do. If I wake up in the morning and I actually have to do my hair, it's gone.
I'll just be the new Chico.
Go for it.
Chico 2.0. I like it. No, that's me. I'm the one judging. I'm the one judging right now. I'm Chico 2.0.
You're Coach Judge.
Coach Judge. I'm the judge of the coaches. Coach of the judges. Oh. You know, I have an Obama fucking picture that's made of me. So.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
You mean like the Hope poster?
Huh?
What?
Should be a poster. It's going to go right there.
Coach, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, really?
But it's not going to be talked about.
Can I stop
right
recording now?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, yeah. We can definitely fucking stop.
Oh, great.
We're done.
Make sure you export it as. Make sure you export your audio into an MP3 before you drop it in our Dropbox.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I'll have to convert it. It only goes WAV out of Pro Tools.
For
I'll
you
convert
fucking
it in Audacity.
noob Photoshop person.
I actually got to go, guys, though, because I'm going to bounce this right now so that I can get it to you tomorrow.
Perfect. Coach won't get it to us until Sunday.
I'm sad.
Well, I'm leaving on Friday for my regional, so I won't be able to do it.
Hey! Do well.
I'll try. I'm running Poe and Dash, and
win it all.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
That's what everyone keeps telling me, and they're probably all right, but it's the only squad.
You're good with it. And I ran your Poe Dash. I was bad with it because I am not good with flying them not next to each other. So Lone Wolf procced like maybe half dozen times out of all 6 games.
I'm actually running a variation now. It's not a rigged cargo anymore. I'm at 100 points with countermeasures on Dash, and it's proven to be the correct call so far.
See, I would be doing expertise on Dash instead of Lone Wolf. I would just find the points.
I know you need the reroll for defense, man.
Well, then I could just do target lock. Well, no, it never worked for me. It just never happened. I just threw them into lists as hard as I could, and then just ran with Poe for the rest of the game.
Ryan,
Yes.
Ryan.
Yes.
Lothal Rebel, Hera, Ray, Auto Blaster, Accuracy Corrector, Title, Zeb, Captain M, VI, TLT, Accuracy Corrector. You'll be fine.
Are you submitting a tier F list right now?
It's called Control Alt Delete, bitch, and I went 5-1 at Gen Con with it.
I believe you, and it is a very good squad, but I hate Nim, so I will
embrace the Nim. It's Rebel. It's not scum. It's fine. It's cool.
Sure. I like flying Poe Dameron.
That Poe is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
Coach,
you know what?
we're
Joe's
still
right.
live.
Budget Nathan says Poe is bad, and it's kind of true. Like, he kind of hits like a wet noodle until he doesn't. Like, you know, if I get him at range 1 a lot of times because people just forget that he can attack, and then every once in a while he gets like a hero shot. It was so random. I went 5-0 at my last kit tournament with it, and I ended up killing a Nora with a hit and 3 crits, and it was just natural without any mods with Poe. And it's, I don't know. Sometimes it feels thematic because Poe does awesome things, and sometimes he pops like a balloon.
Yeah, that's what Wednesday I